Ascension begins, find yourself within. Take up your blade, let the fears within fade. Stories are told as the die roll. Don't be afraid, make your destiny will find you in me. Friends at your side, may the group with pride. Try as you might, you now live to fight. Monster nor foe can fill you with woe. Enemies in sight, it's time to roll dice. Roll for initiative. Check, please.
Hello, checkers and pleasers.
Check Please is back. Woo.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Check Please, the D&D live show. I'm your DM Beardy, and down here are my lovely players.
Hello, my name is Keni, and I play Risen, the Fateweaver.
Hello, everyone. I'm Foaly, and I play Kurla, the Half-Orc Life Oracle.
And I'm Xeno. I play Vera, your friendly neighborhood cultist.
I'm Skrewy. I play Petravian, the Hivekeeper Paladin of Eden and Mellifera.
And I'm Grem, and I'm beginning to morb.
You're what?
It's morbid
with that-
time.
You know,
And with that, let's roll. So last time, the party made their way from the long road south of Ville to the very gates of the Greater Wall, leading to the Kintao Empire. A gate which none have passed and survived in living memory. Kurla was able to speak to That Which Hungers for the first time, and That Which Hungers gave Kurla their sister's soul back, as well as blessing them with a new power that is still seething inside them, bubbling up.
I'm scared.
Currently, the group is at the gates of the Greater Wall, and we open on the afternoon of the 25th of October. So I believe last time I mentioned that you saw a mighty stone wall stretching across the entire horizon, all the way to the distant mountains on either side. It is about 100 feet tall and appears to be constructed from an orange brick. Battlements dot the wall every 30 feet and towers every 150 feet. As you have stepped closer to this gate, a ballista has fired down and embedded itself into the ground directly in front of where Jiro is standing. He looks to the rest of you and kind of gives a knowing nod and then signs that that was the only warning shot they're going to make.
And then Lovette talked. So, what do
Yes,
we
I will
do
respond to
after
that.
Lovette spoke? Like,
Yep.
I'm gonna wait to see if there's like any sign of movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we keep going?
I think we should probably stand here, but you did well there. That was nicely put.
Wat viel you that clay, thank you.
Well, Lovette, you made an impassioned plea for assistance.
Yes.
Then I would like you to make a diplomacy check, please.
You got it, my friend.
Oh boy.
My fingers are crossed.
my toes, too.
That is a 19 for a 42.
That's
Damn,
a great
son.
roll!
Hey.
Oh, yeah,
Outstanding.
Grem.
Very nice.
Didn't
very
even need
nice.
the buffs. Nice.
Nice.
So, for the audience joining us, would you mind summarizing your impassioned plea?
Damn. I was hoping I wouldn't know.
It's been a hot week, okay?
It's been a hot
Uh,
week. Let's refresh
it's been a
people's
lot.
minds.
That's not what I meant. I was trying to give Grem the, like... Listen, I remember it being good.
I can give you the summary.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's
the
fine. I just need the summary. I don't need you to
Okay.
redo the whole thing. Just the
The
summary.
summary was
Like a winter.
that we are here to resolve a crisis.
Okay.
We're acting. We
I don't think we said we were acting in service to the Emperor, because that wouldn't be technically true, but that we wanted it in the interest of the Emperor, as what I think I said.
Okay.
And that we only wish to enter if that's the only way to solve the problem. I think I said something like that.
It was very respectful, very
Yeah. It was good.
deferential. It was good.
It was a 42.
If you want to listen to it, you should all go in the audience. You should definitely watch our previous episodes. They're all up on YouTube.
Or the previous VOD is still on Twitch currently, but you can't
Ooh.
leave us here now. You're
No.
already stuck. Love you.
Yeah.
Don't
This
touch
is-
that.
This is your
remote.
official Gias reminder.
It's true. You'll start taking con damage if you change the channel.
Is that what's happening to me?
Do we? Are we threatening our listeners?
They love
Only
us.
nicely. Only very
The house
nicely.
isn't a threat, it's a promise.
Ah,
Boom.
that's true.
That's a shirt quote right there.
A Gias is not a threat; it's a promise.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I would love to make that a shirt. God
That is-
damn.
I'll
That's
make
shirt
that
material.
a patch.
Anyway.
Should we put Riz on it since they have Gias? Who else has Gias in the group?
Lelouch, wait.
Most folks.
I think I have,
Usually high levels
I have
have that.
conditional curse, but that one might be a little bit too
It's a
extreme.
bit much, ain't it?
Bit much in it, yeah.
It's a bit
Much, ain't
much.
Alright,
Twins appear.
so we're
Yeah.
listening to this wall. It's very quiet.
You
There's
are
a
listening to
wall.
the wall, and actually, what you hear is
Pink
this
Floyd?
strange sound of stone grinding on stone.
That's hot.
Not me.
Yeah. It's,
Hands in the
it's
air.
almost.
Petra, maybe.
It's kind of like it.
Sorry.
Yeah, you hear a stone grinding sound that is almost like speech. It could be words, maybe, but it's almost impossible to make out.
Oh, okay.
Do I understand?
Make a linguistics check.
I would love to, because I actually have a point in that now.
Did I make a check for it as well?
Let's
I got
find
more than 1 point.
out. Oh, that wasn't bad. 26.
26. Okay. Well, judging by the inflections of the words, which you think are words, it sounds like a threat, maybe? Or at least a warning.
I think they're
So it's
either
angry
threatening us or being like, don't come in here.
That doesn't sound very promising.
It does
No.
not.
Not quite unexpected. So, I kind of thought we came here with, like, under the impression we had some sort of plan.
The hope was to
What?
get through the wall, like, more peacefully so that traveling in country would be less terrible, hopefully.
Right, I get that. And I mean, I don't want to discredit the help and the sacrifice that you've put into this already. But, wasn't Zero going to, like, get us in? Wasn't that the point?
Isn't there like a prefect or something?
Like, we'll just kinda, yeah, well, I don't know how to find this person.
They're up there.
Jiro looks over at Lovette and is going to sign, and he is going to sign. There's supposed to be a prefect on duty at every gate. I'm not sure if they're asleep or not.
Should we, ask directly to speak with him? Did you?
I mean, I think so. Maybe my inflection was wrong. It's hard to tell if I'm speaking correctly anymore, as we just hear everything is Nomish.
Request that we speak with the prefect. We will not move any closer as to not danger the wall. Something like that.
Right.
That way they don't feel threatened, because we're just a simple folk. We have little carts that just want to go through and save the world.
Mm-hmm.
You good, Lovette?
Wait,
We're
so
first to
what-
address them, so I would think that it would be
Yeah,
you who
yeah,
should speak again. You got this.
I mean, so we would just like to speak with the prefect? Your
Say-
most honorable prefect, if we could have your, dignified presence. we all that is a intermediary.
You should say
Of an
please.
intermediary of our own is able to approach.
Please?
Please, yes.
Okay. Another diplomacy check, please.
He said the name! He said the
See-
title!
Let's see if anybody hears you this time.
Is it
A 35.
Nice.
Very good. Good roll. Good roll. You make another impassioned plea, and you listen, and the only answer you hear now is the sound of stone footsteps up on the wall. A lot of them.
A lot of
Like,
them.
like a
Oh.
crowd is
Oh.
gathering.
I was
Oh,
hoping
that
like
sounds
one
good.
set, like someone was
No.
coming. Oh.
No, it's like a crowd, and they're kind of stepping in this weird, like, it's like they're all stepping at the same time, like they're running on the same beat almost.
Can I
That's
do a knowledge check on that for see if I recognize they're kind of gathering like a if they're all stepping in time?
It sounds like they're marching, yeah, if that's what you mean.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I don't think that sounds very good, guys.
Yes, this is clearly not working. We need a plan B.
We
Like,
have a
why
plan
is
B.
this-
Are we activating
okay.
it now?
You can
Why do-
hear
It doesn't
the
do
sound
that.
of cogs clicking again.
Archie?
No, up on the wall.
Oh, damn.
I believe
I'm
it's
thinking
the beliefs,
we might want to take cover or retreat slightly.
Yeah.
That's it. Vera's gonna start backing you up slowly.
Yeah, Kurla's
still
gonna-
facing the wall.
Slowly back up as
Mhm.
well.
Rizzle
Mhm.
grab Jiro and just
No,
Back up.
Back up.
no sudden
Jiro's kinda like-
gestures.
Jiro looks at you and looks back at the wall and looks back at you and just kind of looks a little confused about why this isn't working. And gets pulled away from the wall by you.
Jiro, I feel like you really, if this is how it's going to go, you really don't need to, like, go through with your whole plan because that feels
it's not working like at all.
it's a huge waste. Like, I appreciate it. I'm not trying to.
I feel like we
this.
found a loophole
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
in your you know.
Like, it sounds like we're going to do what we probably would have done if you weren't here. You can just pretend you never were here. We will pretend you never were here. You never were here. We
And
never
it's
saw
not
you.
like you technically
I wasn't here.
helped us get through.
I mean,
You were just
It's-
with us. We
I
went on a trip to a
appreciate
wall.
the company, but I wouldn't want you to feel like you have to.
Kill yourself
This
for
is
that.
yeah.
Yeah, don't kill yourself over something so not
Mhm.
working.
Take it from me.
Wow, that's a callback, folks.
Oh, my gamer farts almost went through my nose.
I feel
I
like
hate when that happens.
That's gonna be
Okay.
the most weirdly out of context thing we've ever said on this whole thing.
Are
Looking
you
forward to adding
sure?
that to the wiki.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
It's up
up
there.
there, at least.
It is up there for
That
It is
sure.
up
I've
there.
said, not that you
Oh,
said,
oh,
Skrewy.
Okay. Okay.
So we're all still backing up, and everyone
You are
is
still backing up slowly.
saying things to Jiro.
Jiro, like I said, looks confused. He's stepping back with you. And at the edge of the battlements above the gate, you see one of these terracotta figures step up directly to the edge of the wall, like chest up to the battlement, like looking at you, like head kind of tilts down a little bit and looks at you with this weird stone expression. And its mouth opens up in almost a strange puppet-like way, like its mouth just very unnaturally hinges open. And this sound is going to emanate from it, and it just sounds like stone scraping on stone. And it's loud enough that it almost makes you want to cover your ears.
I do.
Okay.
I hear nothing.
Oh wait a minute. Maybe this year.
Ah,
Well, is Petravian deaf in one ear?
This doesn't have one ear.
He still
all
has
crystals.
both ears. Look at
Yes,
his
but I'm
fucking
only covering-
art.
Oh my god.
I was making a joke. He only has one ear.
Okay.
no,
So is it-
he has 2
He
ears.
has 2 ears.
Skrewy's only got one earpiece in.
There we
How
go.
am I
That makes
supposed
more
to
sense.
tell that shit? How is the podcast supposed to tell that shit?
Yeah, that's
Could,
a-
Well,
Well,
now
if
they
they
do
were
know.
watching live, they'd know.
Don't yell.
Could-
Oh.
That was supposed to be a
Kurla-
punchline.
Could I roll a linguistics check to see if that horrible noise has any structure to it that Kurla might?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Could I attempt the same?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Not because
Oh, you wanker! Not you, Beardy. Sorry, my the dice.
That's
the
fine.
Dice,
I'm a wanker too. It's okay.
The dice are a wanker because that was a 16. That's pathetic.
24, which is not great for me.
Yeah, Kurla reroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you.
can use a fate point for that?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that was a 20.
Well, between a 24 and a 20 and a 22, which are the results that I got from that one from y'all, it just kind of sounds like a noise. You think it's maybe just trying to scare you away?
Jiro, is that
Do you
anything
know what
that-
they're saying?
is that a warning or?
Jiro looks at the figure up on top of the wall and looks back at the group, and then between signing and shrugging, kind of lets you know, I've never tried this before. This is all a little new to me, but that doesn't sound like any words.
What do we
so,
do?
So it's just making a screeching, like.
Yeah, it's just making a screeching
Stone.
noise. It stopped after a few seconds, but it just seems to be wanting you all to leave, most likely.
Quill?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
It feels like they're so close.
I
They're really good at diplomacy.
I
Wow.
mean, presumably they're going to fire on us if we stick around. We've tried talking to them. I feel.
Are we out of range?
But it's not right. I took classes for this. It should have worked.
How did you take classes? I thought.
What? In school a long time ago.
I'm just surprised they taught the language. That's all.
Well, yeah, it was definitely one of the more buried extracurriculars.
Hmm.
Well, Plan B is an option. Plan C, I could try and go onto the wall. They'd start shooting us,
Yeah.
but if I am, let's say, a swarm, they might not be able to hit me.
The thing about Plan B is it's going to make a really big. I don't want you to go out on your own in case they have something to do with that, but they're kind of going to know about the big realm.
Also, we won't be able to make it far from the wall with the worm.
Yes, exactly.
Um,
We might have people waiting on the other end.
you are probably the safest in your, swarm form.
Assuming they don't have any other magic.
I mean, if the swarm of bees is safe, then I can probably oscillate and be okay. But I probably have about the same chance of being safe.
Sorry, just got this weird feeling like I could do something along those lines as well. I'm not sure.
Oscillate?
No, well, not us. It's hard to explain. It's just I think I might be able to do something like that. I don't know. That spider messed me up a little bit. Bear with me for a second here.
Swear to the gods, if you turn into a bunch of tiny spiders, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I wasn't planning on it, but
Okay.
Are you going to escape planar phase?
How far away were we from the wall?
You guys, from the wall, I'd say you're about, hold on, you're about
Big far.
100 feet from the wall.
Can't do what I wanted to do.
Really? That's
I was gonna-
way closer than I thought.
Yeah, right.
I thought we were like fucking half a mile out.
No, you're about 100 feet from the wall. You're close enough that you can shout.
Yeah. I just
Um,
figured the acoustics of the mountains were
I
on
was
our
gonna
side.
suggest if Vera was gonna go up there in swarm form, I was gonna say I could swarm swap with one of those terracottas.
I think you can
And be
only
up
do
there
that
with
with
them.
allies. Because don't they have to be
believe- yeah.
willing?
Swarm Sop has to be with a willing target.
Oh, willing. Okay.
Are we?
Couldn't remember if it was willing or not.
Yeah, I have no idea what to make of that little tingling I got going there. So, I mean, are we absolutely giving up on the path of diplomacy here? Because if we try and fight our way
No.
through, we'll be fighting the whole way, and
What?
if we try and sneak under, we'll
Wait.
be.
No, I don't want to give up. I just don't. I mean, I don't want to eat a swarm of magical arrows.
I think Vera's plan C might be good to try and get to the prefect. This might be the best way to find them. Maybe they are sleeping, like Jiro suggests. No?
I don't know. These prefects, like,
possible.
they are very, even in very heated situations, manners are incredibly important here. I just, not even, I mean, I'm not trying,
Just a glare.
I'm just saying,
Maybe if we tell them that, you know, politely that the situation is so grave that we're prepared to wait for as long as we have to speak with the prefect, and that we will, you know, remain here and we are willing to risk death if it means we have a chance, because that's how dire the situation is. If we said something like that, would that impress upon them? Would that maybe help convince them
it's a
that
bit
we're
clogging.
serious?
So, I mean, if we could weld it into a kind of clovelly way.
Do you think you can find them? Do you have 2 ring slots taken care of, Xeno?
Boomst.
I only have 1 ring on.
What?
Beardy,
Do you
if
want a ring?
I have Vera wear the ring of the esteemed gentleman, or whatever the fuck it's called.
The esteemed
I
gentleman.
can't remember its exact wordage.
Okay.
If I have
You're-
them use that and use the fine person from it,
hmm Yeah.
is that okay? Like, even though it'll just
Do
be
you
like
have to? I mean, do you have to know the person you're looking for? I mean, it's like locate person. You have to like know.
I mean,
you have to have a subject
you
in
allowed
mind,
me to
right?
use it last time when we got to the wall.
Okay.
That's how we were pointed in this direction. So we know they're in there. We know they're there. I was just hoping for a closer range that maybe Vera could get it, because even if I dimension door up there.
Because typically, I'm pretty
Ugh,
sure you need to
bad
know
idea.
like a name or what they look like or something.
Well, I was
I know you were able to last time.
just going off of the information I was given last time, okay? I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
I mean,
Okay.
you've been respectful with backing off, but I wonder if we just go a little, I don't know. Jill said that's the only warning we get, but it feels like they're waiting for something. Something. Feels like there's just one piece missing.
I'd like to activate my Eye of the Protector and use Detect
Okay.
Magic. I want to see if there's like any magic like on this wall, around the wall.
Okay. Absolutely.
Everything's magical.
It's gonna be everything magical.
Which is big blinding light.
Okay. So you activate the Eye of the Protector. So your eye goes from glowing kind of an orange color to a white color. And as you are looking out at this wall, you find out that, yes, in fact, the entire wall has been enchanted. There is a lot of powerful magics running through it, most of them abjuration, some of them divination, and you get the sense that this wall was maybe even constructed via magic, because you notice some conjuration magic in there as well.
By the Emperor himself.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just like how all the terracotta soldiers were
Yeah.
scooped from the clay from the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's it going to be?
Yeah, I'm ready to do the worm. Let's get going.
But the distance from the wall once we get under it isn't that far. We all are aware of this, right?
Yes.
I just...
I can.
I feel like entering peacefully is just...
Yes, exactly. I mean, I don't think that they will. If Vera goes up there, in the even swell form, if they can see it, I don't think they will take it as peaceful. They will be implicitly hostile.
I feel if
I
we
don't
take
know.
another step towards them, they won't feel like it's peaceful.
I agree. They kind of made that clear. But, like,
Flying isn't stepping.
I can fly.
I don't want to test their aim with those ballistas.
Yes, but
Yeah.
if Vera is a bee, probably can't get hit.
Well, what if they just start shooting at us because they're pissed off at her and they know they can't hit her?
Okay,
No.
what if we leave and Vera just...
I mean, wasn't that the
I
plan?
don't want to leave
yeah,
her,
that,
you know?
I thought we were gonna, like, walk away and Vera was going to sneak bee.
I also just don't like the idea of leaving someone alone there. If something goes wrong.
I really don't want to be in a worm. Okay.
But I could try and. I mean, I kind of need to know a person to send a message to them. I think. Maybe I need to check. But I feel that.
No, that's actually a good question. Do I need to know a person in order to send?
I would stand to reason.
It would, but I feel like I can't remember what precedence has stated.
Sending spell?
Jefferson?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, I do believe you have to have a target in mind.
Well, you can have a target in mind, but like it can't be name in a face, death note rules, basically. I assume not like a concept of a person.
Well, apparently locate creature is pretty much the concept of a person in a lot of ways. So I'm checking sending right now. Particular creature with which you are familiar.
Okay.
So that would not be acceptable in this situation.
Okay.
God damn.
Fuck.
All right.
I feel like
Well,
I'm
I
not
guess-
smart enough for this right now. I just feel like I'm not smart enough.
Well,
for
I'm
this.
like, could we scry on the dude so then we do know who he is and
Mm.
then
Oh,
send a message to him?
Okay.
But don't we
okay.
need to
But
know
I
the
don't know
person
that
to
that would-
scry?
But also they
No.
get a save and stuff, and if he
Yeah.
passes the save, he'll be real upset that someone's watching him.
True. Yeah. That would be a risk.
I think that's a.
I mean, if they're asleep, they.
manageable
You know
risk.
what? I suppose like that is less of a risk than every other option we have right now, though. Like
Mhm.
they, as it
Yeah.
is right now, they are
Mhm.
implicitly hostile,
Then
so we
brute
can't really
forcing the
make
wall.
them more hostile than hostile.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have a +5 to their will save modifier. If they are asleep, I'm pretty sure that subtracts it as well. So.
As we all sleep at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, it's a little after this point, but yeah.
I mean, I do.
Maybe
if
he
I
was
can
on the
help
night
it.
shift. You never know.
Siesta.
Tomato. Okay.
You gotta do it?
Yeah.
Everybody has a siesta. Sorry, I fucked it up. I had the joke in my brain and I still fucked it up.
Rip.
Anyway,
I'm gonna walk a little bit farther so we're not like constantly freaking out the terracotta soldiers.
Yeah, has the noise subsided yet? Just
Oh yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
The thing only screamed for a few seconds
okay.
and then stopped.
Maybe it
Oh,
stubbed its toe.
Possibly.
So I'm gonna get like a safe distance away
I'm sure
so that
that's
we're not a threat.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start a scrying ceremony.
Okay. Go ahead and cast it.
Scrying fiesta.
Mm-hmm.
Skriesta.
Spell has been cast. You know what? I'm gonna up the DC too.
Ooh.
Okay.
25, please.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm here. I don't know why I'm so tense in this moment. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Riz, you see a person sitting at a desk. There are papers all over the place. The person is sitting at this desk. They're wearing strange-looking clothing. It looks like it's made of silk. It's very shiny in the light. It's embroidered with it's mostly like a light blue color.
Mm-hmm.
It's embroidered with like these bands of gold silk holding on to like these almost light purple sort of trim, I guess, on it. So the trim itself is light purple, and the binding between the light blue silk and the light purple silk is this brilliant gold. And it all looks to be made of different colored dyed silks. There's fine patterns in the trim itself. There's like an under tunic or an under robe thing almost that looks also like it's made of silk. The person has a incredibly well trimmed beard that comes to a fantastic point. So it's this really dark hair, both on the top of his head as well as his beard. He has strong eyebrows. He has, I would say, sharp features, that of which look probably more familiar to Riz than anyone else. And sitting at this desk, he has his head in his palm and his eyes are closed. He's breathing slowly. He has long hair tied back into a bun.
Well, it kind of worked with Marcus, so I'm gonna try something.
Oh.
So, Riz in kind of this, like, scrying ethereal state, their mental state kind of moves around him a little bit. What is he holding? Is he holding something?
His left hand his left arm, the elbow is resting on the table, the desk. He has his head in his hand, like a kind of, resting.
Is taking CS.
And then in his right hand, there's nothing. It's just on the desk.
Okay.
You can see sort of these fuzzy images of everything around him. Like, that's less sharp, it's less clear. But there is stuff on the desk. You just don't know what it is.
So
But
this ethereal state's gonna kind of, like, lean up close to him and just snap in front of him. Hello? Can you hear me? Look, if Marcus was able to talk to me in my scrying state, I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna try. You
And
can't
that's
blame
fine.
me.
But he's having a fiesta.
Fuck
Quick,
off.
That's a
Well,
kind of
he's still
ice cream in the UK, so now I'm just imagining like numbing down on it. Good for him.
For him.
Sometimes he likes to treat himself, and that's nice.
Treat yourself.
Quick, read his name tag.
What? No.
Hello, my name is.
Okay, so I am slightly able to understand the surroundings of the person.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question just based on spells. Would, because I have seen this place, be able to dimension door inside of it?
Yes. Now that you have seen it, you can dimension door to it. You
I
are
can bring
in range
one
of that.
person.
I don't know if
Vera?
it's a good idea.
I don't know.
Vera. Why Vera?
Oh, I could bring Jiro maybe?
That
Because
would be a good
then,
person.
there's no, like,
We have one person, yeah.
yeah.
Then there's a reason
He's
for
going to
him to
volunteer
unalive
since
himself.
I've been the diplomat, but
Stop.
frankly, Jiro's definitely a better diplomat for this than I am.
Okay. I hate that I can only bring one person, so I'm really sorry about that.
I'm scared of the idea of you going there alone, but also
Yeah.
significantly less scared of you going there with just Jiro. He can maybe kill every single one of those terracotta warriors and hop you back down.
He was like absolutely destroying that skeleton army all on his own, pretty much. Okay.
Like, someone says something mean to you, and he just like pulls his sword out a little bit, puts it back, and they all just cut in half.
Okay, I'm really going to focus on the surroundings. Like, get
Do you
it ingrained into my mind's eye. And I'm going to cut my scry.
Okay.
Stupid.
You find yourself back with the rest of the group.
I'm going to grab Jiro's hand. I know where he is in the wall. I can only get one other person there with me, but he's like asleep or something.
You're going
But-
to yourself?
I hate the idea of you going in there alone. I know
Right.
Jero can handle himself, but
And right about at that moment, you hear a new sound. You hear, like, this is the same similar stone on stone scraping, except it's much louder. As you look over at the wall, it seems to have noticed that someone
Wanted to
tried
get
to
in.
tried to scry something. Yeah. So what's going to happen is the gate slides open ever so slightly. Like, it opens up just enough that a group of terracotta soldiers are going to start marching through.
Let's go, Big Bill! Let's go, Big Bill!
All right. Are you guys just like
Well
pause
done.
in game for a second? Are you guys okay with me just taking Jiro in to hopefully stop this?
I have one question for Beardy. Sending spell. When you send something to someone, do they have to reply instantly, or can they hold off on the reply?
They can hold off a little bit on the reply, yeah.
How much is a little bit?
I mean, it's supposed to be the next thing they say or do, so I suppose if they just never talk.
Damn. I was going to try and use
Yeah,
that
That's
as
people
a...
can
Jiro
choose not
doesn't
to
talk.
respond.
Yeah.
Jiro's
Alright.
ex sent him a sending, and he's just so bitter he won't respond.
All
He
right.
just
Yeah,
I was going to
open
try and...
silence.
I was going to try and do a thing where I send something to Riz before Riz goes in, and Riz, if they get in trouble, can reply back. Since Riz doesn't have sending, but like a delayed response that would give you the option to reply back. But if you have to talk to the guy first, then that's not going to work.
Okay. Riz is just
So
gonna
out
look
of
at.
character, honestly, I think our best bet is just fight these fucking things.
How many are there?
I-
Let me look at this map.
Yeah, there's
Are
there
there
I mean,
seven?
How many
There are
are
7.
coming out right now?
7 of them stepped out.
How many...
and frankly, we can handle quite a few, I think, and I also think that the wall probably has magical protections to prevent people from teleporting
Probably.
anywhere near it.
Fair point. I was going to say, how many dimension doors do you have?
One.
If you want to try it, I can do a thing where you won't... Yeah, I can do a thing if you want to try it. But
I mean, I can probably cast a spell from a higher level because I barely use my 5th level.
yeah, but I
spells
mean,
for-
why waste that if I can do a thing?
Okay. But I wouldn't be near you to do the dimension door a second time.
No, that's not the thing. What level of spell is dimension door?
4th level.
No, give me 2 seconds. Yeah.
Anyways, and just really quick, just because I'm just gonna talk to Jiro. I don't know how much he knows.
Mm-hmm.
So, do they have any barriers that make it stop from like teleporting inside the wall? And if so, I could like grab you, bring you to the prefect to maybe talk to him. I don't know.
Jiro signs back. That sounds fine. I have no idea what the wall has or doesn't have. It's just it protects the Kintao Empire. That's all I know is that it has always kept us safe.
And I can't do a thing. I've only got... It only works for 3rd level spells and below. I'm sorry about that. Did you not have like a diamond or something that would let you...
Pearl is
Power.
for 3rd level and under.
Ah, shit. Same thing then.
Yeah, I have a pearl. I could do that, but like not for those spells.
Not for those spells,
But
yeah.
again, almost all of my 5th level spells do not get used, so I could do that.
I mean, I've never really known Qingdao to be like a trial by combat nation, but maybe
How
if
close,
we take
sir?
enough of these guys, we can impress them.
How close are these dudes, Beardy?
They're about 90 feet away. Closest ones are.
I thought
Whatever we're gonna do, we gotta do it like nowish.
Well, I just want to see. I just want to see if they attack us first, because then it's like self-defense.
isn't their whole thing they don't want barbarism or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, but I mean, like, the point we pressed upon them was that there was a big danger and that we are heroes and that it's serious.
I mean, if we
I don't
get
know.
into a scrap with these guys, did you, Kenny? Did you say that? Did Riz say that the prefect was asleep? I don't remember if you shared that detail.
Probably.
Okay.
Even if I didn't say it, they would have relayed any information about them.
So Kurla will say, if we get into a scrap with these guys, do you think that'll wake the prefect up, or is it going to be too late by that point for diplomacy to stand any chance?
I don't know. I just don't have enough information to do this, so I can start blasting, but I would kind of hope that they attack first beforehand.
Damn.
Oh.
Are we
Fuck
talking
it.
to the
Alright.
prefect or not?
We can deal with that. I would like to try and talk with the prefect still. I mean, I thought there was going to be like a whole flood, but look, there's like 7 guys. I feel
Alright.
like we
Are
could-
there more coming after, does it seem?
No, the gate has closed behind them, so only these 7 stepped out.
So like,
It could be.
if they are just mad, it might be a trial or something, and if it's not, well then we're back to where we are now.
That's sensible, and you know, there's no telling if he's going to take offense if you suddenly materialize in his office, and that
Well,
could go sideways really badly. So
Yeah, but I have like Charm Monster and Hold Monster and Gias and...
even
I don't
that's not
seem
gonna
like any of those ones better.
not gonna help us in the long term, and they're getting closer. So
And what's stopping them from starting to fire on us as soon as we start attacking them?
Nothing, but then we go to Big Bill. Then that's
mean-
then we go to Plan B.
are they precise enough that they're gonna risk shooting down and hitting their? Oh, I suppose they're disposable, aren't they? So well,
They might be pretty precise. The stories about these things are very varied and wild. Not very consistent.
I'll stay back here and I'll shoot out some storm bolts once they decide to attack us first. I-
Alright.
So we're not
Maybe it's
talking to the
an
prefect
envoy.
then.
No,
But maybe it's an envoy.
we're doing Lovette's plan first, okay?
so no aggressive motions. Wait for them to attack, finish them off, and then rethink it from there. Is
Yeah,
that
I'm just gonna
Alright.
stand behind Petravian real quick though. So I'm gonna unpause. Thank you.
What kind of weapons does it look like these things have?
That's an excellent question. So the ones in the front, all 6 of them, are carrying long swords that also appear to be made of terracotta. The one behind them is carrying a halberd that also appears to be made of pottery. And up on the wall, there is a bunch of terracotta soldiers up there that are carrying what look like crossbows, as well as the ballistas up there in the
So
tower.
they'll probably still shoot at us if we attack though.
Exactly.
You are,
Yeah.
you are well in range of the crossbows and the ballistas.
Don't know how much of that we can take. Are you sure you guys don't want me to just dimension
How
door?
big
I
is a
don't see why you-
ballista bolt?
Just,
If we
Ballista
can't
bolts-
take that much of those, I don't know how you're going to take them on your own. Who's to say
I'm
you
going
don't teleport up there?
inside the wall.
Who's to have to say there's like a bunch of guys inside the room that will just activate and gun you down the moment you show up?
I mean, I could see the surroundings. Did it look like there were like other things in there?
No, there were no other people in the room that you could see.
Okay.
You had like an idea of about a 10-foot radius around the guy, and all you saw in there was like a private office and a desk, and he was asleep at it. You didn't see any other guards in there with him.
I mean, that gives you what, 30 seconds before they start running in and getting in melee range?
do you have another dimension door?
We've been.
I can use a 5th level spell to do Dimension Door, right?
Okay.
I mean, that's what Beardy said the last time I ran out of spells.
Okay. so you'd have one to get back.
As far as I know.
Okay.
Beardy, you can say yes or no.
So for that, you do have to prep them ahead of time.
Okay, so not me. You had said this previously, so that's why I wanted to confirm.
Yeah. So
I only have one Dimension Door then.
Okay.
Okay. Because you can cast spells of a lower level from a higher level, but you still have to prep them.
Well, I mean, I have one Dimension Door prepped. Do you mean I need
Right.
2 Dimension Doors prepped?
Right. So if you wanted to cast a dimension door at 5th level, you would have to prepare it in the 5th level slot.
What the fuck?
No, it was
Basically, you're
the way you
prepping
interpret it.
the higher one. Essentially, just have the 4th level.
You do
slot
need to prepare
as-
it. You don't have it because you
Okay.
need to prepare both dimension doors.
So useless. Okay, so I only have one. Period.
Correct.
Unless you bring Lovette with you, in which case you could also teleport out.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, bringing... Teleport has to be willing, as far as I know. So we can't just grab him and go.
Yep. Are these guys approaching
I don't know.
closer?
Did they get a save? No, they're not approaching. They stepped out of the building or out of the gate, and they're just standing there. They're about, like I said, about 90 feet away from you guys,
Oh,
and they're holding their position.
Okay.
No, nothing's happening.
I thought they were like imminently marching towards us. Okay.
No.
My mistake.
Did Riz tell us that the prefect was asleep?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, they're not coming close out. We try talking again.
Sure.
I mean, you're the only person that can talk to them, so yeah, go for it.
Technically, no,
Yeah.
but
That's probably the highest scoring for talking to them, maybe. I don't know. Actually, let me look at the stats up here in the corner. Figure out who's the best at talking.
technically
Not me.
speaking,
It's probably Kurla. Kurla probably has great charisma based on, I don't know, 22.
Kurla's got the best charisma.
Yeah.
I don't know about Kurla's diplomacy is.
it's fairly high. Plus, I have a couple of different buffs, so
If you want to make a case,
Go for it. In 5 seconds or less.
yeah,
What are you thinking?
I'll give it a shot. All right, so I mean they're just standing there. Should we try and talk to them? Try and get them to talk? Can they even understand us?
I mean, if the prefect is asleep, we just... If one of them wakes him up.
Maybe we just ask for them to get the prefect? I don't know. Did we
Yes.
already try
Yeah,
this? I'm
I
too...
tell them to wake up the prefect.
Jira
I mean, we
shrugs
haven't
and
come
signs.
close now.
Can't hurt.
Yeah.
It's looking like they're partially understanding, because while they're getting really antsy, they haven't attacked us yet.
True.
All right. Well, I mean, I can try talking to them one more time, or I can come with you and try talking to the guy.
I say
Try
we try
talking to these guys
them.
first, please.
All right. You think they're gonna get antsy if I do any magic on myself first, or shall I just do this as I
Not
am?
on yourself. I mean,
I think if they
as
see
well.
anything, they may take that as some
Oh, yeah.
as any
Yeah, that's a
anything
fair
may be
point.
aggressive.
All right. Cover me, I guess. Kurla's gonna shrug off their cloak, and they're very, very slowly gonna remove their sheathed daggers and place them both down on the cloak. And they're gonna take a few steps forward with their hands just up.
Okay.
So within, yeah, I guess, I don't know, 10 feet forward.
Is
Go
it
for
past the ballista bolt?
No, we walked away.
Okay, that's
Oh,
what,
yeah,
no,
we
that's what I'm
walked
wondering.
back.
I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
how close.
Yeah, not returning to this position we were in before, but you know, it's detaching myself a little bit from the party, forward enough.
Sure. So yeah, feel free to move yourself.
Okay, I will do so. I think just about there.
Okay. So you move forward 10 feet in front of the rest of the party.
And they will call forward. They will take a moment to prepare themselves, and they will call forward. As my learned comrade stated earlier, we come in a spirit of respect with dire tidings that threaten you and your empire. We do not wish to disrespect you, and we do not wish any violent intent towards you. We seek an audience with the prefect to explain our purpose in trying to prevent a calamity that threatens all of this continent.
Wake the prefect up so we can talk to him.
Please, we beseech you in a spirit of supplication to permit us to speak with your prefect, that he may decide our fate. And Kurla will stop speaking.
All right. I'll take a diplomacy check, please.
Hey, that's the name of the show.
Good call. Good call.
They did it again.
That was a
That
good
is a
roll.
32.
Very good roll.
Hey!
Okay. So, the terracotta soldiers, they all had their longswords drawn, and the officer in the back had their halberd out. They're going to, instead of moving forward to attack you, the ones in the front are going to move their swords back into more of a reclined stance, like a more relaxed stance. And the officer is going to keep its halberd vertical and move up into more of a straight up and down, almost a tension-like stance, and look at all of you. And then it is going to tap its halberd under the ground 3 times. And the gate is going to open again. All 6 of the soldiers are going to immediately do a 180 and march back onto the other side of the wall. As soon as the 6 soldiers clear that, the officer is going to turn around and walk through the gate as well, and then the gate will close.
I think we're waiting.
Good work. I didn't know you took a class for this too.
What was I speaking in, Beardy? Just for the sake of...
What, Towan, I think is what it's called?
Alright, so I was actually speaking Kintao. Because, I mean, I have it, but that's a mechanical thing, not really an in-game thing.
Tal'Darim or Cantonese?
Kintosh.0.
Kyle,
Alright.
you take that
Hand
shit
wave
and
it.
you go
Yikes.
home.
Hand wave it regardless. Kurla was
Get in the
stumbling
corner.
through the raw basics of it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put it that way.
I do like Cantonese.
Thank you.
I do like that. I might have to use that. So, yeah, the terracotta soldiers withdraw back onto their side of the wall and leave the lot of you here by yourselves.
Kurla is going to sort of take several steps back, not turning, until they've retreated a good, 5 steps, and then they will turn and rejoin the party. And they're just, sweating profusely.
So that's a good sign,
Here's your
right?
cloak.
I feel like it was a good
was-
sign, yeah.
Yeah, that's good job, Kurla.
Yeah. You should talk to people
Sure.
more often.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's the first time in my life I've heard that.
Do you need some tea?
Oh my god, a cup of tea would be lovely, but I'm worried that anything we might do is going to be interpreted as,
I think if
negative.
anything is going to be interpreted as friendly, it's tea.
Jiro,
Right.
did that look alright to you? Should we be... I'm just, yeah.
Jiro will nod and sign back. I think that went all right.
Ooh, what if we got a table out and an extra chair and we said tea?
That's
Would
actually
that seem
not
welcoming?
That's not a
I
bad
think that would
idea
seem
if we're...
romantic.
Riz starts walking away towards the Vardo,
I think we should maybe have it ready to offer, but not,
and
not,
they're bringing
like,
it closer.
insist on it.
I think having like a whole table and everything set up would be like almost like mocking, you know?
Yeah, I think if we just have it, if we be able to offer it, and if they accept, it gives them the choice,
They
Alright.
knock on the Vardo. It
We
pops
gotta-
out as it normally does. Alright, I'm gonna go make some tea. Jiro, would you mind helping me so that it's, like, closest?
Jira will nod and follow the Vardo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you both. Right.
I would
Kurla's
claim
gonna-
that I'm a monster in the kitchen.
Kurla's just leaving the cloak and the 2 daggers on the ground. So I think that we might want to, like, sideways glance at Vera. We might want to disarm when he approaches.
I throw a spear down.
I thought you gave that one to redo. Oh,
I
you
had
still
2.
one.
I had 2.
Got an extra, yeah.
So
I
the
mean,
one
if
on
we're parlaying,
one on my back.
or whoever
I
talks to
already
this,
did once.
whoever talks to this bloke at least should obviously not have weapons on them. Sign of good faith. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm making this up as I go along, but I mean, do you want me to talk to him if he comes out?
I mean,
how
I
are we
don't
doing
carry
this?
weapons, right?
Do not worry, Master. I will protect you.
Yes.
Ah.
I do carry weapons, it's just they're concealed. That's it. Gotcha.
I mean, my scythe isn't deployed. It's a staff.
Yeah, I don't-
fair enough. Just
This is
alright.
just a tool.
Shut the fuck up, Petravian.
You can see this
A
going
tool
so
for what,
badly.
brother?
Smashing people's
Smashing-
I
heads
mean, a
in?
lot of
Smashing
things.
skulls?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what
it's good for coconuts.
I have not seen you once help anyone build a house at the hive with that fucking hammer.
Do you even know what a coconut is? I don't care if I'm not there. I don't think Petravian's ever seen a coconut in his fucking life. That wouldn't make
Consider
sense.
the coconut.
Nope. We do not touch Disney.
No,
Alright.
yeah.
Sorry, sorry.
So right about at
Apologies.
this point, you hear a voice ring down from somewhere above you. Who's there?
What is he speaking in?
He's speaking in Towan, in Kintao.
All right.
Continue.
Kurla, I guess, will take 5 steps forward again and kind of look to the party as if to say, like, should I do this or not? Am I the one talking? Like, give me a thumbs up or something.
You and me, I'm fine
You got
with
this,
it
bro.
too. You did great.
Heck,
Kurla
go
will
for it.
look up to this guy and like at a reasonable volume state, we are a party of adventurers. We call ourselves Fortune's Favor. I am Kurla. May I ask whom I have the honor of addressing?
All right. So you look up at this person, and you see someone who has just incredibly sharp features, really well maintained facial hair, very tight cropped black hair, pulled back into a neat bun, like actually on the top of their head, dressed all in silks. Even their hair bun has like silk wrapping around it. The person this is very strange clothes, just in general. You've not really seen much in the way of fashion like this before. The clothing itself is almost like these long robes, so it's definitely something that you would not really see many people wear like this outside of like the clergy of various religions. But it's all light blue and light purple in color, and he's got, like I said, a sharp mustache, very sharp beard, and he looks down at you and says, "What? I can't hear you all the way down there. Come closer."
Oh, you're gonna come closer.
Kurla will step forward, I guess, to the point of where, just shy of where the ballista bolt came in, and they will repeat what they just said.
Vera will follow behind.
Oh, wait, Val. Wait.
Oh, just a little bit, because I don't want us to get too spread out. But I don't want to follow as close as Vera.
I just had a soldier wake me up from a nap, and the next thing I know, there are people at the gate demanding that there's some sort of, tragedy on your side? Are you having another famine?
It is not a tragedy, sir. It is impending calamity.
Please accept our apologies for awakening you, but as my companion states, there is a calamity that threatens all of the continent, including your great empire.
Potentially.
We are
Tea.
we are seeking to undo this damage before it can further blight all of these lands. So we seek to discuss the matter with you further, and perhaps if you deem it to be the right choice, we might be permitted.
Permitted to what?
To
Permitted
enter
an
your
audience?
lands. For,
We don't take refugees.
Sir, we do not come as refugees. We come as those dedicated themselves to saving this entire world from the threat that now engulfs it. A threat that, if left unchecked, will engulf your whole empire.
The threat's not on our side. You have no business here.
It will be on your side.
Tell him who it is.
It's only a matter of time. This is the
Tell him
work.
who it is.
This is the work of an ancient enemy. An ancient enemy of your people and your emperor. He is known on our side as Marcus the Betrayer. It was he who commanded the legions that clashed with yours hundreds of years ago. He has returned, and with him comes the promise of darkness for all.
He thinks about that and nods. I don't believe you.
With all respect, my lord, what reason have I to lie? If I wish to die, there are far easier ways than to approach a wall that I know to be forbidden. We do not come because we wish to disrespect your ways. We come because the threat is so dire. How might we impress upon you the truth and the honesty of what we say and what we aim to do?
Shouting down from this wall is really not conducive to a conversation. Also, I'm not a lord. I'm a prefect. You can just call me Lee. Look, I'll just come up to the gate. He turns around and walks away.
With respect, sir, is that all of us or solely myself?
He's gone.
He's gone. Shit.
He's gone.
Well, I'm not letting you go up there by yourself.
Do we come out with the tea yet?
Yeah, at this point, Jiro and Riz will show up back with some tea.
Bring it.
And they
Bring
see
it with
you show up and you see everyone else walking over toward the gate.
Kurla will sort of turn and like shout back to Riz. Well, not shout, but like bring the tea, Riz. That'd be excellent.
Come on,
Fabian,
Jiro.
stop! I couldn't hear you doing that.
Jiro nods and follows along with the tea. So
Sure,
the whole
I
group
will.
makes your way up toward the gate, and it's going to crack open again, this time much smaller than before. And you see that person there in that light blue silk with the purple trim and the gold threads steps like 1 foot across and kind of like steps out onto this side, and you get the sense that he almost like grimaces, looking at the ground on this side, and you have no idea why.
Would you
It's
like
something-
some tea?
Something about being on this side of the wall, you get the sense weirds this guy out.
Okay, I might want to take our bell again. I think we need to be a little.
What?
I don't know. I
We
think
can't.
we need to be.
You're too quiet.
I'm not. I'm speaking the same volume. I'm speaking. I might want. I'm wondering. I might want to take our bell. I'm not sure.
We've got a repair going. I don't know if that's going to work or not.
I don't. They're not going to. Well, okay, but we don't want to say anything that makes their nation seem weak. They don't need our help from our point of view. We need to make it seem like we are doing this simply because we like serving them so much.
That's a fair point. I will try and emphasize things from that perspective,
Okay.
but he also doesn't want it. It has to seem dire, or he's not going to care if it just affects us.
Why are you all whispering?
Would you like some tea? We've
I
brought
would,
some.
yes.
Here you go.
Is this
Uh,
your disgusting Westerner tea?
Jiro.
Space tea.
Lee, if I might introduce my companions, this is Lovette, Vera, Resin, Petravian, Archie, and Jiro.
Jiro will give a polite bow.
I'll imitate Chiro's bow as best I can.
Yeah, Kurla's actually going to imitate the bow as well.
Shaving
I
wave.
see. In that case, I am Li Heng. I am the Greater Wall Gate Prefect. At least the one on duty for this term. Look, you all seem to have some strange ideas about what's going on your side of the wall. Oh, thank you. That actually doesn't smell half bad. Anyway, you all seem to have some strange ideas about what's going on your side. Something about a destroyer, betrayer person.
Are you?
The-
Yeah, I'm gonna let Kurla talk.
Yep.
A Protean general by the name of Marcus.
Yes, there was some conflict with them some time ago, right?
Several hundred years, yes.
All right, and what does that have to do with anything?
He has returned, and as a result of his return and the devastation that was caused by the end of that conflict, that devastation has begun to grow, and we have no reason to think that it will not continue unless we take action. We are seeking information on how that great devastation first came into being and the spells that caused it. We have an understanding of the Protean side, but we have no understanding of the Kintao side.
Well, that sounds like an interesting problem. I'm not sure how it's a Kintao problem, exactly.
With
So,
respect, if this devastation continues to grow, your wall, no matter how great it is and how well guarded, and clearly it is both, it cannot
It is amazing. Yes.
it cannot prevent this blight from spreading and from
of course it can.
Yes.
Wait.
If I may,
This wall can stop any aggressor, any evil force, anything designed to do harm to our people. That's why it exists.
Can the
It was
desert
made by the
stop
divine. It was made by the divine hand of the emperor himself.
it? Can the desert in the north stop it? Because that's where it is, you know.
But I have no doubts, most humbly prefect that there is that the Great Wall could stop the Deadlands. However, the Deadlands was created by a combination of Protean magic and the most powerful Kintao magics. So while the Emperor's Grace can easily repel any fallen power, we are concerned that it may be dealing with his own or your own.
And you think that there's some seed of that old Kentao spell still bouncing around out there?
Correct. We intend to uproot this seed before it could cause any harm.
He thinks about that. And his head kind of tilts to the side, and he shakes his head. He kind of nods. You've convinced me. He takes a sip of his tea.
We tried to make it to your liking as best we
It's
could.
not completely disgusting. You've done better than I expected.
Thank you very much. It is an honor to hear such a thing.
I will write a letter, and I will send it off to the Emperor's palace, and I will await the response.
If,
You and I'll wait out here.
if I may ask, how... We are prepared to wait as long as it may take, but may I ask how long it might take?
Well, I would say if I expedite it properly, it might take 4 to 5 years. Should be fine.
There is an urgency
Can
that,
I try something?
by all means.
Excuse me, sir. I am a seer of sorts. I have powers that allow me to see potential paths and ones that will most likely come to pass because of that. Because of events that are currently in play. Does that make sense?
I understand that the people of the West have many strange and varied abilities, sure.
I think I can show you
Show me.
what will happen if we do not stop this sooner. If you do not mind.
This is highly irregular. Make a diplomacy check, please.
I have that one buff from Kurla on me, though. I don't know how much of a plus it has. What was the spell for charisma?
When did I...
Last
Oh,
episode.
Eagle Splendor?
Yeah, that should be a +4, I think.
Plus
It's
4?
+4, so it's a +4 to the stat, so it's a +2 to the, to the
Bonus
subsequent
modifier.
skill checks. So
Okay, plus 2.
if it's not already like baked
I don't
in.
have the buff on my sheet.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, then just give yourself a miscellaneous +2.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
32.
Okay. It's the exact same thing that was rolled a few minutes ago. All right. Sure. This is a weird enough day. Why not? What do I have to do?
I need your right hand and in my left, and I am going to touch your forehead with my 2 right fingers here. Is that all right?
All right. He holds his hand out and waits for you.
And they touch the center of his forehead, where his third eye would be,
Mm-hmm.
and they concentrate. And I've never done this before, so I'm
Okay.
going to try my best.
All right.
I am going to use all my fate points to see into the future and implore this on this person to see what will happen if the dead lands are not stopped.
Okay.
Is
So
that
no specific spell. Just
fate points?
fate points. Okay. How many do you have?
12.
12. Okay. All right. Set yourself to 0.
You got a boss. Well, 12.5, but I don't know what the point fucking 5 is for.
Set it to 0. You're fine. So you do this. You use all of your fate points, and you try to show this person a vision of the future. So Riz,
Yeah.
you're going along on this little journey as well,
Delightful.
isn't it?
Good times, Great America.
Yeah, I know. You don't get Mystery Forest. Sorry. You get traversing mountains. So reality breaks away. shatters like glass, and it's just the two of you floating. Your hand is still sort of making contact with his forehead, and there's some strange force pulling at you like a weird wind, and it's getting stronger and stronger until it pulls you away, and you vanish into the darkness away from this prefect. You have no idea where he went.
Fuck.
You land on the ground with pretty hard, like a pretty solid thump. You land on some hard ground. It's parched. It feels like a wasteland. It's dry and hard. There's scrub, grass, and vegetation that looks mostly withered and dead. The land all around you looks devoid of color, and all light and sound is muted, as if almost like you were underwater. And there's nothing but a cold wind that seems to cut through everything. It's in all directions. You look to see the wall itself, and you see nothing but rubble and shambles in all directions. You see shards of terracotta. You see limbs and heads strewn all over the place of destroyed pottery figures. And walking around in the rubble, you see the prefect.
Do you understand?
How is this possible? This is an illusion.
Do you understand what the Deadlands are?
You're trying to trick me.
I have no interest in tricking anyone. I am terrified.
This is impossible. The wall is divine. It was made by the Emperor's hand. This is impossible. What you're showing me is false.
But the spell could have come from the Emperor's hand. Can the Emperor not destroy his own creations?
I don't know. This is all wrong. Everything about this.
I agree.
Make this stop. I don't want to be here any longer.
I need you to understand, though. This is the future, if we do not stop it. Now. Do you understand?
I hear what you're saying. I'm not sure if I believe you, but I hear your words.
How do I make you believe me? What do I need to do? Is the great hand of the Emperor, his magic, and the beast from the west, whose spells combined to destroy a world? Do you not think it would be possible if it was your Emperor's hand? Because I believe he can do anything. Do you?
All right, take me back.
Riz will hold out their hand, and instead of like tapping his forehead, they wipe it as if they're like shutting someone's eyes.
Okay. And as you do that, you feel an intense exhaustion go through your body.
Please, are you okay?
So in that instant, this is all it was for everyone else. The moment that Riz touched the forehead of this person, in that just snap of a finger, you find yourselves back. So to everyone else, only an instant passed.
So they
But suddenly
touched it
this-
and they got tired.
This prefect is gonna like fall to his knees, and he's breathing like really heavily.
Kurla's gonna kneel down next to him, not touching him, but just like, what did you say?
I'm not discussing it with anyone. I have a letter to write.
You saw
He
the
gets-
destruction that's coming. I
He
take
stands
it.
up and brushes himself off and starts walking back toward the gate.
Fair enough. Kurla will stand up. Are you alright, Rez?
You need to sit down.
Can I do anything?
Yeah, Riz just
Riz,
sits down.
Riz, you don't look so good.
I don't look so good.
No, make a con check.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
I'm personally shaking. 10.
That's not good. Are you ready, Riz?
Oh fucking
Uh-oh.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Let's go. I got the gamer farts. I'm ready.
You are taking a permanent con damage.
What
Oh,
the
shit.
fuck?
Perm?
Yeah, permanent con damage.
Oh shit! Okay.
I meant you put me at 9?
No, you're at 13.
Oh. Good.
You had 14 con.
I was thinking of a different character that only had 10 con, and I was like, no.
No, but that does drop your HP down to 98.
Oh
I just
shit!
got above 100.
How perm are we talking here? Is this
It's perm until something is permed. It's perm.
put
It's
water
pretty
on
perm.
I mean-
Basically,
Not temporary.
Gotta
not
get rid of the curse.
not temporary. Basically the consistent dumping of all fate points is starting to take its toll on Riz.
That figures. I understand.
Pepperoni.
Honestly. Well,
The world's at
It's
stake.
one thing to use a little bit here and there, it's fine, but you start just using them all at once consistently, it begins to drain the body. The body. So
hi, Delos.
yeah.
Fuck.
Well,
Yeah, I didn't know. Is this a mobile library?
so not something I should try healing or?
no, you're not. It's not gonna.
It's not
help.
gonna do
Okay.
anything.
Well,
Well, I mean, I
Well,
have
so
greater
colored,
restoration, but
No. It's
permanent.
not.
okay,
Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing you can do about it.
gotcha.
Let's
Th-
go back
this
to
is
the
something
carts.
Only Riz can
Yeah.
correct.
Let's maybe camp the night.
Lovette will call Archie over, have him carry Riz. Kind of hold his hand so that it's like a chair.
Of course, Master. Come here, Riz. I can carry you. You weigh very little compared to my maximum
You
lift.
come here.
Very well.
Shit.
Rez, we're all here if you need us. Anything that we can do.
Archie picks Riz. Archie picks Riz up with just reach forward, use two hands, scoops them up.
I don't know what you said, Baxel, but he looked really shaken. So I maybe it's preemptive, but good job.
I tried my best. It's what I wanted to show the Emperor, but it'll be fine. I just need to sleep.
I mean, I think everyone's been doing quite well. Good job on the diplomacy. I'm
Can we
really impressed.
discuss this at the carts? I don't
Back
want
that
anyone.
way, please.
Thank you, but yeah, let's
Listening in.
let's get out of range in case they decide that they're gonna. Yeah,
All right. So the lot of you head back to the Vardo.
yeah. Kurla will stoop down just to grab their cloak and their two daggers, but they're not gonna bother to re-equip them yet.
All right. How long do we wait?
I don't know. I'm not sure what to do here.
Just at least maybe.
I'm not confident that they're expecting to involve us beyond this point. They might just send off a letter and consider it done. And I mean, maybe it is. I mean, I don't know. We are the ones starting on this, so it makes sense for us to finish it. But I also have to wonder if, we don't have to be the ones to do this if they have a message that does not involve us.
I feel like we should at least wait around in case that he comes out and wants to let us know that he sent the letter. I don't know. He was pretty shaken up, but when he's calmed down, maybe he'll have more questions. We shouldn't, we should stick around for a little
We
while.
should at least give it a day.
Would
Maybe two.
one of
day
you
or two?
mind keeping watch? I
Yes.
think I need to actually sleep tonight, if that's all right.
I'll stay with the cards.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Lisa, are you okay? You normally seem like you get kind of tired when you do the whatever it is you do, but this is you've been out of it for a while.
I think, I have a theory, but I really don't want to worry any of you.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean, we're kind of already worried, Raz.
yeah, too late.
I'm afraid if I keep using as much of my power as I have, at the rate I have lately, that I am killing myself.
Then you shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, if it's something you can turn around now, then we're good.
I mean, with
It's good to
Petravian
know
on
that.
that, I understand that you feel you need to try your best, and gods, no, I
This means not calling on the gods for you all as often.
Okay. You save it for emergencies. That seems reasonable.
I mean, we're doing better on our own, right? Right?
I don't know. It's kind of the nature of the power. We're not
Rez-
going to know if it worked.
you mean more to all of us than just your ability to reach out to the gods. You know that, right? You're worth so much more to us than that.
They just look away.
Yeah,
Let's
you have
give
to.
them a moment. Give them.
Yeah. We're here if you need us, Rez, and Kurla will turn and head back towards the entrance to the garden.
Either way, how long? 4 days? Longer?
I think 12 days is past the max. I mean, I would say 2 days unless they give us something tangible to work with, you know? If he comes down tomorrow and says, okay, you wait here for a week and we'll let you through, then obviously we wait a week.
Right. We need to
But
get some.
Yeah, I mean, 12 days is probably fair. That seems reasonable. Seems
If he
well
does
reasonable
not
enough.
come out in that amount of time, Lovette, you've met him, so you can send a message, yes, to check in if need
Yes,
be.
true. I know what he looks like now, and I know his name is Lee.
Yeah, Lee Han, wasn't it?
He's
See, one thing, I liked his bloody robes. Man
Oh.
can dress.
Oh.
I will be honest, their clothing looks really cool.
Very
I have
stylish.
I have your entire scrolls of fashion from Qingdao back at home.
Do you think they're modern?
Well, the things I got were not terribly old, but not terribly new. In that sweet spot where they're not considered valuable, so I could get it affordably.
In any case, who's take? Oh, sorry, Riz. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I'm going to lay down, if that was alright.
No, it's
Else,
more than all
you
right.
need
Rest.
Absolutely.
And you guys haven't really often seen Riz actually sleep, but they actually, like, get under their covers and just... Their body is turned towards their window so they can still look out at their horse before they fall asleep.
Jiro is going to do his best to assist Riz in getting comfortable in the bed, and then go back and sit at the table with the rest of the group,
Should we give some privacy?
sitting in silence, looking at all of you.
Jero, how long do you think we should wait?
He'll sign back as long as it takes.
That's sensible.
I say,
The
Oh,
fate
I-
of the world is worth more than our boredom.
it's not about bother. We don't know if they're going to get back to us.
We can't
might
just
move.
sit here and wait for them to allow and yes, allow us in, but at some point we have to take it in matters into our own hands.
Well, 4 days is at least a start. We can wait that
Yeah.
long and then reassess.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's reasonable.
Jiro will sign. Things move at their own speed in the bureaucracy.
I'm sure that they'll be happy enough to have as many of us die out here as long as they're safe.
Well,
Jiro will nod and then sign. That is likely true.
Things might move at their own pace at the bureaucracy, but I don't think the Daylands cares about that.
And I can promise you I don't. I'll get through that wall if I need to.
We will get through that wall.
and let's, not burn that bridge until we get to it.
Jiro will also sign. We will get through that wall.
Well, I'm going to be waiting
Alright.
outside. Prep camp.
Alright.
And yeah, Petravian, could I actually have a word with you outside?
Of course.
It's alright, you haven't done anything wrong. I'm not about to start, wailing on you.
I mean, I probably did something wrong, so I mean,
If it wasn't you this time, it'll be you next time. No, it's fine. I just want a quiet word, that's all.
all right.
It's nothing too...
All right. Kurla and Petravian step out of the Vardo.
Doot, doot, doot.
So this is kind of insignificant in the whole, scheme of things, considering what we're up against and what's been going on, but... And they're going to be, Kurla will be kind of just wandering around the Vardo at this point, but out of earshot of Vera as much as possible. But I did want to thank you for what you tried to do for me back in the Pentris Estates, and kind of apologise as well for letting you get your face splashed like that.
I mean, thanks. I
Yeah, I
appreciate
mean-
it.
You were trying to do something nice for me, and you got a good heart on you, and I don't say it enough, but I like you for that. I'm glad to know you for that. I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not good with people, in case you hadn't quite noticed, and I've been trying to do better, and mixed results for various reasons, but I'm trying here, and like I said back then, the whole romance and sex, none of that ever interested me, but, just having people in my life that I do care about, that's still pretty new, and I appreciate that you're one of them.
Well, thank you. I mean, obviously, not one of my better moments, but again, it's how not to do things.
I mean, you say that like you have good ones. I'm so sorry, that was reflex. It was
Damn.
reflex. I'm sorry. That's the kind of thing that I would use to bust out, and it would push people away, and that would keep them safe from me, lunging at them and eating them. I'm trying to
Yes,
rid
but
myself
just-
of that
but you see-
instinct, so I apologize.
Exactly. See, but see, I know you past that. You have a heart of gold, and you mean, as you've said of me, you mean very well. So, I got thick skin, and I can take it.
It's actually a tooth. It's a tooth of gold.
I feel bad saying all of that and then asking you for something, but there is something I do need to ask for you, and you can say no, and that's fine, and my affection for you won't change, but
What can I help you with?
they're gonna lower their voice. It's awkward, all right, and it's not all that pleasant to talk about.
I mean, I'm awkward.
I need you to take something from me, and just... Kurla's gonna reach back, behind them and under their cloak and pull out kind of what looks like quite a heavy bag. And they're gonna, drop it at Petravian's feet, and it's gonna clank like metal.
Pick it up.
Is it a ratchet?
You want me to? Did you just hold on to it for you, or?
Yeah, best open it.
Okay. Open the bag.
So, inside, an interesting set of things. What you see are manacles and fetters with very heavy chains. They're very, very heavy iron. They're very well made. They look bloody strong. And Kurla has been carrying these around for quite some time now.
Wait, I thought you said you weren't into.
What'd you use these for?
I haven't used... That's the whole point. Get your fuck... Oh my... Everything is about, like, sex
think
with
it
you,
is.
isn't it?
No, he's asking.
It's just genuinely asking.
Oh, you're... Oh, that's not you. Oh, I... All right, I jumped to conclusions. I thought maybe you and Hummel had some, like, weird...
Well, now we do.
Regardless,
When
I'm
Hummel
not...
bust out the fuzzy manacles.
I'm not giving you those for that, so that's a no. If you want to do that, you get your own, alright? This is more serious.
Yes. Serious.
Okay.
I picked these up months ago when I thought that I was still, you know, potentially a major threat to all of you, and I thought I was going to have to give them to you then, in case I got dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I've had a decent handle on it since then. But now, having talked to that which hungers, and having that fucking spider do something to me, and not knowing what it is, I'm worried that I'm gonna lose control and something bad is gonna happen. And if that happens, of all the party, you're the one that I trust to, you know, take me down without being a little bit more pragmatic or practical about it, if you catch my drift. Because there's taking me down and taking me out, and I think others might be more inclined or to take me out, if that...
Right.
And hell, there was a time I would have gone for that. There was a time that death looked like the good option, but
I have
funny
a
thing
thought.
happened. Sorry, say
have a-
again.
I
I'm
have a
talking
thought.
too much, I know. Yeah, what's your thought? I'm sorry. This is
While
awkward for
we're-
me, all right.
No,
Handing
no,
a friend
no,
some
you're
manacles
fine.
is awkward
You're
for
fine.
me.
I mean, a thought.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for them to give us their response, you have this gnawing at you, right? You don't know what it is, right?
I don't know what it is, no, and it feels like there's something in me trying to get out.
And this is just to put it out there. If you and I were to go just off in the distance, manacle this up, and see what it is, and then you have a handle of what it is, and you know, so that you can deal with it appropriately. Because if it's just sitting there and you don't know how to handle it, you don't know what you're dealing with, you're always going to fear it.
I'm not loving this idea. I just wanted to hand you the damn things and have you use them if it worse comes to worse, but damn it, that's actually not a... I don't know. What if it doesn't work? What if you can't contain it? What if everyone gets hurt? Fuck.
Just you and me.
We should probably tell the others that we're going somewhere and maybe get out of sight of whatever the hell's up at the wall.
Yes. Absolutely. We don't need to have that see this.
Are we actually doing this?
I believe you can contain whatever it is.
Look, whatever
And-
happens, just promise me you won't let me hurt anyone, alright?
Of course not.
Do whatever you have to do, and if that means taking me out instead of down, just promise me you'll do it, alright?
I promise. But I will
Fucking-
come to that.
All right, let's tell Vera at least.
So, question: is there any like forest and that around here?
No, this is a very large rolling plain.
Okay.
That's called the fallow plains because it's typically considered not fertile enough to grow crops here. So it's kind of a rolling semi-wasteland, semi-savanna.
Okay, so nothing
Okay.
to make like
So like Illinois.
campfire or anything out of.
No.
What?
Grem
What I
said a
missed?
funny.
Oh, I missed it. Damn.
Is this like Illinois?
Ah, nice.
That one made me tear up a little
Uh,
bit. Ah.
so, enough to make a fire, you said? Yeah, you could like chop down a bunch of like switchgrass and shit.
Okay, so there's
Yeah.
like shrubs and stuff.
There's shrubs every so often, but it's mostly like sparse grasses.
Like a wildfire.
Yeah, so I'll be gathering supplies for the night to make a
Okay.
small fire.
Cool.
So, Vera, Petravian and I have to step out for a little while so he can chain me up and I can do weird things.
Vera looks up, like side glances.
All right, be safe, I guess.
Just
Don't
shakes
worry,
her
we got
head.
protection.
Projection?
And he pulls out his hammer.
Oh, protection.
Just puts her hand up.
There are just things in me that I really need to explore.
Just a deep sigh. I'm gonna go back to collecting resources. I'm gonna roll because I
He's
don't
like,
get to roll.
I'm
all
too
the
young
time.
for this shit.
Cole just starts fucking stinging
That's
you.
that's a 38 for survival.
All right. So, Vera, you put together a really nice amount of stuff to get a fire going.
Wonderful.
What would you like to do? Just start a fire
Uh,
in the middle of like what are you after?
So I am preparing just for the night. Like it's not night yet.
Oh yeah, no, you can easily get that together. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna make
especially
a,
since you have a scythe.
So I'm
It's real good at this.
I'm preparing a section where I can basically keep all this material and then
Mhm.
have it contained so it's not spreading to any of the drier areas of anything.
So, as you're harvesting a bunch of grass in this area, you realize that it's almost as if the weapon you're using is designed for this. And it's almost better at this than it is at fighting.
Wonderful.
No!
So you use your scythe and you just cut down a bunch of grass. You have more than enough for the night.
Your true calling was a farmer all along. Vera should have just
Yeah.
been playing Harvest Moon instead.
That's my
Peaceful
job.
life.
Mhm.
That's my job after the campaign.
Woo!
Yeah.
Vera
All right.
the farmer.
So you get together enough stuff and you can start a fire, and keep it well contained at your camp.
Wonderful.
Well,
So what's Lovette doing?
Lovette's gonna check up on Riz just briefly, tuck him in a little bit more, and frankly, probably just go to work on the various projects she's got going. Since it's like we're just buying time.
Okay.
I am curious to see how Kurla's experiment goes, but I don't think that Lovette would have any in-character inclination to be like, oh, they're probably doing something that would intrigue me.
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with experimenting if you do it carefully and safely.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, with someone you trust.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everybody
Oh,
trusts
they're
Petravian.
Hummel's very jealous.
Mm.
A lot of people trust Petravian. So,
Not that one dude.
is it his brother?
No, the one
The one,
that
is it the
I
one that
said.
you've tortured?
Yes.
Maybe you shouldn't torture people.
Maybe, yeah.
Just a suggestion.
Unless- I mean, unless it's consensual.
Cons-
That is
you know,
not
I'm just gonna let
torture.
that slide. Just okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Riz is out for the night, so I'm out.
Let's keep moving.
Mhm.
Well, then, I
As we-
guess
yeah.
Kurla and Petravian will wander off a little ways to try
Mhm,
and get some
mhm.
space between them and the camp.
Can I see them still?
I mean, it's a pretty flat plain. So they go off a ways away, and if you want to keep watching them, you can, Vera. Just give me a
Perception.
perception check if you want to just keep staring at them
It's creepily.
to make out
That's a
what they're
37.
doing.
Nice.
fuck.
Okay, so you're gonna be able to easily watch what they're doing.
Just awkwardly stand like in a T pose as you stare at
Yeah.
them because you're too far away for it to load.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Um,
You get that low LOD layer on everything.
Yeah.
It's awful.
The frame rate's gone down where you're at.
It's
I'm-
like,
I'm
oh
actually-
man, their walk cycle's gone all fucky.
I'm
The
only
phrase is
15.
flip.
I'm only 15 polygons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
The blob face.
yeah.
Oh, the blob face. All right, so over there, where it's still high level of detail, the two of you, Petravian and Kurla, you get to a secluded enough spot that's far away from the wagon and the Vardo. And you bust out the manacles and the fetters. I mean, let's see how this goes, guys.
Oh, that's not too tight, is it?
Hey, it's fine. I can get 2 fingers under there, so I think it's just about tight enough. You better, keep the keys
Just
on
a
you.
little tighter?
Just no. It's 2 fingers. That's fine.
Okay, 2
Any
fingers,
tighter
okay.
than that, and I'll lose circulation. I'm a bloody
okay.
healer. I know these things.
Which show is this
Okay.
one?
Just have the keys, at the ready, and
Is this yes?
We're bringing Yes Please back,
Oh
baby.
shit, it's reviving!
is it weird that these feel kind of good?
Season 2.
I mean,
What?
I did not. No, that was not in character. I take it back. So Kurla will kind of look at the chains on their wrists now, and the heavy cuffs, and then around down on their ankles as well, and the chains connecting them all. I feel like a complete ass like that.
I mean, it's a
This is-
look.
Bringing back bad bloody memories, I tell you.
Well, let's make them good bloody memories.
What exactly did you think that I was inviting you out here to? We're. This was awkward enough before you brought your. And you know what? We're not even touching that. Just stand back, all right? And like,
Should I bring chisel?
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Just imagine you calling Chisel, and you see a speck in the distance, and it takes 15 minutes for him to run up.
There's no bushes for him to walk out from. Because there's no bushes for him to walk out from behind.
He
him.
just erupts from the ground.
Look, if whatever that bloody spider did to me is gonna fuck with my appetites, then
Ooh, yeah. Let's leave him
Right.
off where he is.
just ready with
Okay.
whatever you need.
let me-
Hold monster or whatever spells you got that are gonna.
I got a couple.
You sure you want to do this? Because I'm.
Wait a minute. Does that
I'm
mean
ready.
Kurla
Are you-
thinks that Lovette would have killed them?
Spiders.
What does that mean? Wait, what do you mean?
Well,
Spider?
because before you're saying that Kurla thought that Vera and Riz would be more apt to kill you rather than just like knocking you down. Is
That was mainly Vera, but yeah, that was
Yeah.
more or less what they said.
I see how it is.
No one
I mean,
trusts
am I
her.
wrong?
I didn't take offense to it because I thought, oh, well, Archie would be better for restraining. And then I thought, well, as he is right now, he might just kill you.
Squish.
Oops.
He'd be
No.
like
Task has been complete.
pressing jelly.
Just
I'm ready. On your command, I guess.
I'm pretty sure there's a
Alright.
joke to be made about commanding and this situation and who's supposed to be doing that, but I'm fucking terrified right now, mate. I don't know what the thing
Take a
did to me,
deep-
and I'm not.
How about this? Take a deep breath and let go.
All right. Well, that itch that Kurla has been feeling the need to scratch ever since that conversation with that which hungers, that feeling that's been so difficult to contain, they are going to take a deep breath, and as they exhale, they're going to just stop fighting. Just the briefest of instants. And I feel like in that moment their hands will go rigid, and they'll just start this inhuman guttural sound as a spell falls out of them, like against their will almost. And Beardy, what happens?
So what happens is, Kurla, you feel this energy, this simmering power that was imparted into you, bubble up and boil over in such a way that it fills you with such vast energy, such vast power begins to course through your form. It's unlike anything you've ever experienced before. And what it's going to do is it is going to make you a divine vessel of your god.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, so what you're going to do is, the first thing that happens is Kurla's body pitches forward. Their limbs are shaking violently, and the fetters and manacles are sort of, they're struggling against these chains holding them back. And what you notice is, Petravian, you're not sure if this like the trick of the light or something, or like you're somehow like getting closer to Kurla, but Kurla's definitely looks bigger somehow. Like Kurla's literally growing in front of you. Like they're they're sizing up, and as they're doing this, the fetters and manacles are just gonna pop off.
Oh shit.
Woo!
Well, it was a good thought.
Okay, then, well,
Sitting on that
that's-
for like 30 episodes.
What's more is their body doesn't just get bigger, it also changes what it looks like. It's going to shift, and it's going to mutate. It's going to change in front of your very eyes. And what you're going to see are these long black legs burst out from around like Kurla's hips, and their entire lower body is going to shift into that of a spider.
Shit, folks!
Their hands are going to elongate into like foot-long clawed fingers, and their mouth is going to be, the lips are going to pull back, revealing their mouth is now filled with these long needle-like sharp teeth. Dribbles of black ink-like substances are going to start leaking out of their mouth, like they're salivating.
Kurla?
You are filled with a hunger that you've felt before. It is, in a way, like a warm blanket from your past. You had no idea that it would be so nostalgic.
Kurla?
Oh shit.
What is...
Kurla, I mean, just acting on pure instinct and lost in this blissful warmth of nostalgia, is gonna launch themselves at Petravian.
Oh my god.
Wonderful. Combat, folks! Yes!
What the fuck just happened?
Fun!
Oh, that's another one, folks.
Also, I should burn that spell.
Yeah, go ahead and cast it.
The same thing happened for Kurla that happened for Mamo, for my mammy.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Alrighty.
And
So-
Skrewy, I love you, mate. Thanks for going with this.
Hey.
This'll be fun.
This will
I'm
be
just
fun.
like, if this is some sort of, if this is a long-term effect, God, did we pick a time to do this? Like, all right, we're
Yeah,
just
right.
waiting on these people, these diplomats. We gotta be night. We gotta stay here. We gotta be presentable. Also, turn it into a fucking horrifying thing.
I
Yeah.
was thinking of waiting on it, but I mean,
Petravian
You
made
certainly
a
have-
good argument.
Petravian
Yeah,
made
you made
a
a good
really good
point.
argument, and better out here than inside Kintar when we have to be on best behavior. So,
That's true. I agree with that for sure.
oh dear,
Oh, yay.
I'm so sorry, buddy.
Do I see
Hey.
this?
I
Yeah.
would assume.
I mean, yeah, you rolled a high enough perception check that you see this off in the distance, yes.
Okay.
Alright, so Kurla, you are able to see that. I need to make your token bigger. One moment. I think this will work. There we go.
Oh, by the way, to quote Keni on that, horrifying description of what Kurla has just turned into. Thanks, I hate it.
So you have become a divine vessel of that which hungers. You feel their power coursing through all of your limbs, of which you now have 10. Yeah, you're big, and you feel incredibly strong. Like this spell has just completely empowered you on a physical level. You feel like you can, lift and crush and eat, and nothing can stop you. You also feel extremely tough. You think that you could easily absorb a blow with no problem. Also, one other thing that's strange is you perceive these threads all around you. Like you see these almost ghostly fibers that are stuck to the ground and seem to sort of go off in all directions. And it's like there's webs everywhere that you can climb around on. In game terms, you can fly.
Outstanding.
So,
Flying
Uh,
spiders.
yeah,
So,
well,
I have a
climbing
thing
on
to tell you.
ethereal webbing, yeah.
But
Oh,
for
fine,
everyone else, it
spiders.
looks like you're a
Spiders
hacker. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spiders that
This
walk
person's
in-
Mods.
definitely
Banned
wall
from Fortnite.
hacking. Yeah.
I feel like
For
spiders
sure.
that can walk in the air is somehow scarier than flying spiders.
And yeah, this is a spider that can walk in the air. Yeah. So you're pretty quick and you're pretty strong and you're resistant to a lot of stuff now too. Yeah, and you said you're feeling kind of hungry and you're gonna go after Petravian. Did I hear
Yeah,
that right?
they're gonna sort of filled with this
Man.
this hunger and this nostalgic warmth and this complete just the bliss of having finally let go of all of that self-restraint and self-control. They are gonna rear back and just this horrible spider-like screech will emanate from what is left of their human larynx, and they will launch themselves towards Petra with a lot of that black ichor saliva just dribbling from their mouth because they are hungry, and Petravian looks like a tasty treat.
Wonderful.
A spider-like screech is like a Hollywood spider and not just like a loud whispering sound.
Yeah. Like a Hollywood spider, yeah.
Yeah.
Maracas?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think a Hollywood spider is like synthesized horse squeal.
I usually
All right.
avoid spider movies. I'm not gonna.
I'm so sorry, Kenny.
No, I
I'm
don't
so
give a
sorry.
shit. It makes it more entertaining if I'm traumatized.
In fairness, I don't like them very much either.
You did this to yourself.
I did.
Oh! Oh no!
There you go.
It's
Sorry, I was
happening!
just-
Oh,
I was
I'm
correcting
fucked.
stuff. We're good. We're good. I was just correcting something.
Oh shit.
All right. I was fixing the actual creature to be of the correct tile size.
Scaring the shit out of me, Beardy.
God, I'm old. Ooh.
I was like, wait, it's a big chunky version?
All right. Well, so with that, Kurla, you win initiative.
Oh shit.
So you may go first.
Now, can I still cast all of my spells?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh goody.
Well, Kurla, wishing to
Eat me.
eat you and to make as quick a work of it as possible, is gonna cast harm.
Oh.
Whew, I'm gonna make this go quick, huh? Okay. Go ahead.
And so, just this
I'm gonna
red
throw up
and
a
black.
stone shield first. Or I'm gonna, wait. I can't do that, can I? No.
You are flat-footed currently.
Flat-footed. Yep.
All of this red and black energy is just gonna start rolling off them and rolling off their limbs, and just sort of cascade forward, swirl around, form a beam that comes shooting out at you as they cast harm.
All right, Petravian, give me a will save, please.
Let's see how it goes, folks. Oh no.
Oh no!
The dice want some
Now,
story to happen tonight here, I think.
one other thing, harm is a touch spell,
Okay.
so you would need to move forward and make a touch attack.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I did that.
Yeah.
I could have cast it one level higher and done it as a range, but
Yeah,
no,
so-
Kurla's like launching at him.
By
so
the way, you also have reach when you're a large creature, so you can touch him from 5 feet
Okay.
away.
then yeah, they will extend one of their new legs and just flick at Petravian, with all of this energy coalescing around that limb.
Okay, so in your character sheet on the combat tab, just go ahead and make a melee attack, and this has to equal or exceed his touch AC,
Okay.
which should be pretty much impossible to fail.
So melee.
Yeah, unless you
combat,
roll a 1, you succeed.
Melee.
Is-
I'm.
So yeah, so in the combat tab,
Oh, sorry, range touch attack. You said.
no, it's melee. So
I'm not
in
seeing
the
it.
combat tab, top center, it's the word melee with a
Oh,
dice
there
symbol,
it is. Of course.
plus 17.
My apologies.
Now you are
and
fine.
There it
Okay.
is.
Question to you, Beardy. The
What's up?
if they are a vessel of their deity,
Uh-huh.
would they be considered evil? Because I have a damage reduction of
That-
I just
Right, that's for normal damage. This is a spell,
okay.
so spell damage is handled
That doesn't
differently.
count. Okay.
No.
Just I thought I'd ask.
All right.
Screw it.
Okay. Well, that is definitely going to hit, and you failed the will save critically. So
Yes.
what's going to happen here is that is going to do 170 points of damage to you, Petravian.
But
Um,
it
what?
can't reduce you to less than 1 hit point.
Oh, it
Woo!
won't even get him that far
It's
down.
not that close.
Okay, good.
Well, I mean, kind of.
What the
So-
fuck?
So 170 damage of your 189 max HP takes you to 19 hit points, Petravian.
Now they Kurla said they flicked me. Do I go flying?
No.
Ah.
No, it was a touch attack.
So once Kurla sees that this damage has landed, they're gonna, for just an instant in what's left of their eyes, they will almost seem, well, not human, but half-orc again. And this horrible screeching noise is gonna come out of their mouth. And it sounds a lot like the word run.
So Petravian, this spell suffuses your body. This red energy is going to just go throughout every part of you, and you're just going to start hemorrhaging blood. So you suddenly feel on death's door. You're bleeding from everywhere. Your ears, your eyes, your fingernails. like you're just hemorrhaging blood from everywhere all at once. It's horrifying. It's also your
Why?
turn.
Well,
Just a reminder,
Ow.
you don't need to 5-foot step if you withdraw.
yeah, I feel like they are going to have a significant speed advantage over me.
Well, how far are you guys from the Vardo?
Call Vera.
A couple hundred feet.
Do something.
Oh yeah, no. Petravian is going to.
Do something. Start writing up a new character
Yeah.
sheet. Something.
We are going to. No, if I do a full withdraw, I can double move, and in the same. If I do a withdraw, can I also lay on hands?
If you withdraw, you move up to your normal speed. So you'd move up to 30 feet. And you could do a swift action. Yeah, to lay on hands yourself.
Okay. Then. Ooh, actually, sorry, I the kind of threw me off guard first. Shit, 30 feet. Damn. Okay.
So we'll say you're 200 feet from camp.
Okay. Then yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I think that's the prudent. Unfortunately, I think
Okay.
I'm gonna kick the bucket on the next one, but we'll see how that
Skrewy,
goes.
How would you
Yes.
describe the look on Petravian's face right now? I mean, he's hemorrhaging blood, as Beardy said, but what does Petravian look like? What's the expression in his face and his eyes?
Horribly constipated.
I mean, aside from that, I always assume that that's what Petravian looks like normally, but aside from the horrible constipation...
No, he's always smiling, boy.
Yeah, he's a
Concern.
smiley boy.
He always looks like he's
Concern
passed
and worry.
Nothing stronger
Not
than that?
Hens?
Like concern or for Kurla, like no, like not this,
Not like this.
not like this. Sorry. Like distinct worry for Kurla because he convinced them to do this.
This is your fault, Petravian.
This is my fault. Yes. Yes. Another wonderful mistake that has blown up in my face.
If only you did it an
but
episode
yes.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. You're
Almost.
this close to greatness.
So you've staggered back the 30 feet and you've laid on hands?
Yes. And
All right.
let me do the lay on hands. Oh, I can do that down here. Lay on hands. Use.
Come on, buddy.
35.
Okay, you heal yourself for 35 HP.
And as I'm running away, I bellow out for Vera.
All right.
I won't do
Vera
that
is,
into the microphone.
Vera is already aware of this, and that'll take us to Vera. What do you want to do, Vera?
Well, Vera was probably like by the preparing the campfire. Is going to raise up, and instantly is going to shift into Murpha's boon form, and is going to make a mad dash in that direction.
Okay. How fast can you fly?
I believe
Is it
it was
40?
40.
40.
But although it's not fly spell
Bug people
though.
battle. Bug people
I
battle.
think it's just a normal. I think it's just a normal speed, so it'd be
30.
Okay.
So 60 in total?
60 probably.
60 in total. Okay.
It's like a kaiju fight, but they're not big.
And while I'm doing that, I'd like to switch. I have my Mask of Hunting Words on, and I'd rotate it around to be the Mask of the Lesser Sister.
Wonderful. Okay.
Beast Wars theme starts playing on loop.
All right. Well, that's going to take us to the beginning of round 2. Kurla, you have initiative.
Kurla's going to start moving towards Petravian and they're going to be taking their time with it, and they're only going to go about half the distance. Now, whether they're moving slowly because they're toying with their prey, or whether because they're trying to fight back this spell, whether there's a part of them just scrambling to try and reassert control, having seen how much blood there is and how badly Petravian has been wounded and what they've done to him, and just the look of concern writ large on his face. But yeah, something's going on that's stopping them from moving in really for the kill. So aside from that staggering movement towards Petravian, they're not going to do anything this round.
You make me sad.
What? Why? I'm not going to kill Petravian.
So much potential. All right.
What, for killing Petravian?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Do you know how
Soon
much XP that
Get
is?
his class.
I am not.
Yeah. Imagine the loot I'll drop.
Yeah.
I am not killing Petravian. I'm sorry, everyone, but I'm not doing that. Maybe next time.
If we were running an XP-based game.
Mm-hmm. Give you a big bag of experience.
Oh yeah, lots.
You kill him and you're like, "Ah, there's no life's charge. I'll have to reload,
Yeah.
fight him again. Maybe he'll have it
Yep.
this time.
Maybe I'll drop it this
Dude,
time.
the drop rate on life's charge is abysmal. It's like
Yeah.
0.7%. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Eden's Mercy again?
Oh,
God
this weapon's
damn it.
Oh my
shit.
god. It's only a blue.
I would give this
hell?
to a fucking child. Actually, I would give it to a child.
I'd give it to a child, then change my mind and take it back.
You okay, Skrewy?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I was ready to roll.
I'm
All
just
right. Well, that is
making
going to
sure.
Oh yeah, no.
that
no.
is going to take us to Petravian.
Okay, so as I'm booking it, I'll slap myself again for another lay on hands,
All right.
giving myself another 38 hit points,
You got it.
and kind of spin as I'm running, like jogging backwards. I'm going to take my hammer, or no, with my amber arm, I'm going to clap it to the hammer and cast Archon's Trumpet at Kurla.
Okay. Archon's Trumpet. All right. Boom. Paralyze the target for 1d4 rounds. They get a Fortitude save. Kurla, make a Fortitude save, please.
Happily.
All right,
That
you
is a
obliterate that.
26.
DC was 19.
And I continue to run. And I see that it does not work, and I continue to run.
All right. So 30 more
Let's
feet.
see, 30 more feet.
I didn't think it would be this one-sided. I'm
Oh
so
no, you are a
sorry.
divine vessel there, buckaroo.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't think it'd be this one-sided. Casts harm.
I knew that it. Well, A, I know that Petravian has a shitload of health points, and B, I knew it
Yeah,
couldn't drop him
well.
lower than 1. Any other offensive spell would have potentially just offed you completely.
I don't think you understand how powerful Kurla is actually as a character.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all could have gotten yourselves a robot chaperone, and this might have gone a lot better.
Yeah. Although, yeah, maybe. Okay, that's gonna take us to Vera.
Same thing. Beelining it.
60.
Oh,
Ah.
wasp lining. Here, let me do the meme. There.
I'm proud
Nice.
of you.
All right. All right. You guys are almost near on the same map now. Okay, that's going to take us to the beginning of round 3. Kurla, you're up.
Kurla, again, is going to advance about half the distance towards Petravian. And it's pretty clear at this point that they are actively just fighting themselves, because the way they're moving is just so staggered and they're kind of wrapping at least two sets of limbs around themselves, and there's just horrific screeching coming from them. And Beardy, I'm going to leave it up to you whether or not they're able to break hold. Can I do a will save?
Yeah, you can do a will save for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you are still hungry as hell, and you want to eat that Petravian.
All
You
right.
want to put that Oread in your stomach. Num num. Nummy num nums.
Then
Gravy.
Yeah. Do I get a bite attack in this form?
You don't get a bite
Okay.
attack. You do get 2 claw attacks. No bite attack though.
All right, then Kurla will, if I can split my move action across those two things.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
guess they're kind of doing the will save as they move. Kurla,
Yeah.
having lost the fight with himself, will approach Petravian with fresh vigor and just bat their claws at them. They don't even have a handle on the magic at this point. They just want to go full
Feral.
beast, full feral. They're going to
Okay,
swipe
okay.
with a claw attack.
Yeah, go ahead and make another one of those melee attacks for me, please.
Certainly, this is very unusual. You know, doing a melee attack. This is
Fun.
New experiences worldwide.
And you're going to learn that Petravian's an armor tank, so this is going to be very difficult to hit.
well, melee. That is
There we
good
go.
because I kind of don't want to kill my friend.
All right, so you're going to sweep your claws with just the one, but you sweep a claw across Petravian's chest, and your like almost foot-long clawed fingers are just going to scratch across the plate and like spark, but leave no mark behind.
Oh, it makes that awful like chalkboard
Makes it-
noise too.
It makes an
Yeah.
awful noise, but it leaves no indication of damage of any kind. Like the armor that Petravian's wearing is made of sterner stuff.
Nice.
And the claws are just so like the actual like sparks are probably the ends of the claws like burning off
Can we
as they
sort of
swipe at the armor.
Can we John Woo this so the spark's gonna like catch in the grass and like fire
Oh
starts?
shit. I mean,
There are not enough pigeons here to John Woo this. I'm
Fair
sorry.
enough.
Damn.
Well, doves. Yeah.
You get someone shoots at Petravian, Lovette flies away.
So since I'm in melee range, I'm going to have to take a 5-foot. Actually, we are going to swift action, grace,
Mhm.
and then move out of range. So another 30 feet.
Okay.
Let's see, go there, and we are going to cast Greater Invisibility.
Okay.
So, dodging, feeling that scrape, it's like shit. Molifera, help me! And dodging it, and then in a flurry of bees, disappears.
Oh, that's fun. There's a new token effect for invisibility.
Yeah, it looks
I like
good.
it.
Impressive.
Oh, I
like
like that.
All right.
It just needs to have a like pop sound effect. That,
We can add that just right here.
There we go.
Done.
All right, that's gonna take us to Vera.
Alright,
I'm gonna
Vera's-
slide the combat to the left again.
Take it back now,
And-
y'all.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Bonk, bonk.
So Vera's going to move. Let's see. 30 feet is my full. Yeah. So Vera moves to 30 feet
Mm-hmm.
and is going to land on the ground.
Okay.
And I'm going to rise up and look at Kurla and just yell, I don't know what you did with your curse, but you better put it back inside. This isn't going to end well for you. And I would like to use my signature skill, Intimidation, on
Ooh.
Kurla. So, let me roll my intimidation.
Okay. Well, Vera is now on the map.
All right, that is going to be
All right.
a 46 for it to
All right.
intimidate.
Oh,
Vera, you attempt to intimidate Kurla.
And that's going to be a will save.
Nope. That is a 28.
So it's going to be dependent on how high mine is above yours. So let's see.
Well, we need to figure the DC of Kurla's. Or the DC of the intimidate check.
Its
One moment.
DC is 10 plus the number of ranks in intimidate.
How many ranks do you have in Intimidate then?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, my rank is 7.
So it'd be 17?
Yep.
Oh. I thought it was against the die roll, the 46.
yeah.
It's going to be for demoralizing purposes, but I guess the DC is going to be based on.
Yeah, so the DC is 10 plus the target's hit dice plus their wisdom mod. So the DC is going to be 10 plus 17 plus the wisdom mod of Kurla, which is 1. So 28.
Which is exactly what I rolled for my saving throw.
Oh shit.
Well, no, so that's the DC that Vera has to beat for demoralization.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And then it's for every like 10 ranks you exceed that, stuff happens.
This thing's confusing.
Yeah.
This is the first time you ever use
Maths.
signature skills. So basically, the DC, like I said, is 28 for demoralization. It is successful, meaning that Kurla is going to be shaken for 1 round. But with the Unchained features that you have, for every, so you got a 46, so you exceeded it by not
18.
quite 20.
Oh, too bad.
So you exceeded by 15 ranks. By at least. And here we go. How many ranks do you have in Intimidate?
I have 7 ranks in intimidate.
7 ranks in Intimidate? Okay. So that means
Wait a minute, hold on.
are going to...
Wait, hold on 1 sec. I'm all over the place on here.
Sure. You have 15 ranks in Intimidate.
15 ranks.
Okay. In that case...
Sorry, I was thinking of diplomacy. Sorry.
Okay, you're fine. So you have... you've exceeded the DC to demoralize a target by at least 10. That means you are going to panic. You can actually choose. Would you like to panic Kurla for 1 round or frighten Kurla for 1d4 rounds?
Panic.
All right. So
You're a
Kurla, you are
monster.
Wow. Okay.
panicked for 1 round.
Impressive.
And what
is
does the
panicked?
panic?
Yeah.
It means you drop everything and run. The opposite way, if I recall. Or
Yeah,
in
so
a different direction.
yeah, the
Random
panicked
or
condition.
opposite?
A panicked creature must drop anything it holds and flee at top speed from the source of the fear.
Okie dokie. Well, my top land speed is 30, so I guess.
Oh,
I
you
will-
fly at 60 though, so.
I will start.
Okay.
I will just
120, baby.
hop like a like a jumping spider into the air and just start booking it on these invisible threads that are visible only to me. And I guess I get 120 feet away.
All right,
Imagine,
so. All right, so as Kurla skitters off into the air, away from the combat, we're going to take a short break.
Hello, checkers and pleasers. We are back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Welcome back. For
dear.
those of you just joining us, we're in the middle of combat.
PvP.
Yeah, so Kurla decided that it was best to listen to an idea that Petravian had.
Oh no.
I mean, when you frame it like that,
Oh. Reese Pieces and pieces, my dude.
It's not a
Hit
Yeah,
by a
so-
spider and then thrown onto the bus. Damn.
Hey,
Yeah,
no, I own this. This was my idea.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
mean,
Kurla was convinced to embrace some new power given to them by that which hungers, and they have turned into a spider thing and got real hungry and wanted to eat Petravian. After a short kerfuffle, Vera has shown up and used Vera's new handy-dandy intimidation mask and scared Kurla to the point of panic. Now they're running away, which brings us back to the present. So, as Kurla flees, what would you like to do, Petravian?
Petravian, while invisible, will call out to Vera. Vera! She's not in control of this. It's not their... they're not... It's not their fault. It's not their fault!
Where are you?
Invisible. About
No
60 feet in
shit.
front of you. About 60 feet in front of you, straight forward.
Come over here.
All right.
It is easier for you to get to Vera than Vera getting to you. You bitch.
I do want to see a healing punch.
Yup.
This is gonna
There
be
you go.
great.
All right,
Are you
Vera.
hurt?
Now,
Yeah, but I'm working on it. It's fine.
It's not fine.
Lay on hands again.
It's not fine.
Laying on hands. Vera can't see me, so it's fine.
I mean, Vera
Aw.
did see Kurla attack you.
all right, you heal yourself for 36 hit points.
Mhm. I'm almost back.
You're still invisible, but since Vera is standing next to you, Vera does have the sense that there is a person there. So, although they can't see you, they can tell that there is, something there.
All right.
Boiling it down for you. Bad idea on my part. We'll handle it later. They're not in control of their actions. We're not taking them down. We just need to get them under control.
And how do you suggest we do that?
Contain until they can get in their right mind again.
God damn it.
What do you do to a hive when it's all angry as shit? You smoke it.
We're bringing this up again.
You smoke
Yeah,
it,
man.
help it calm down. Let them think.
All right, you start rolling, and
Anyway. Is it Vera's turn?
Yes.
All right. Vera's going to open up their apiary and send out Hummel and beckon him.
Wonderful. All right, you pull out your feckin' familiar, and Hummel is now there next to you.
All right. And Hummel's going to be over me and Petravian.
Okay.
He protect.
It's true.
All right, what do you have that we
buddy.
can use? Can't you immobilize people?
Yeah, they just brush that off like a gnat.
Well, I can send Hummel on them. It will hurt, but it's not going to kill them. What the hell were you thinking? You could have had
We will-
everyone here.
Yes,
Help with
I
this.
know. Right. I know.
How
They
about
asked
something
me-
like, "Hey Vera, we're gonna do something really fucking stupid."
All right.
How about this from now on? Any idea I have, let's just assume it's fucking stupid, okay?
All right. So
So
now,
in the interest of realism, it's gonna give Kurla quite a bit of time to do stuff.
Okay.
So, Kurla, the beginning of round 5, your panic effect has ended. You are now like 120 feet away from these guys and kind of in the air, but you also sort of come to your senses.
Yeah,
What would you like to do?
I mean, I think that panic is something that Kurla understands quite well, because they're quite an anxious person, and they've had lots of opportunities to panic in their life, so the panic effect and then it ending is gonna give them a certain clarity of mind, enough for them to start kind of fighting again against themselves, and I'd like to make another will save, please. Oh, fuck.
Ow.
That was a nat one.
Well,
I'm sorry, did that go into the mic?
Yeah.
I apologize for that, folks, but that was a nat 1 for a total of 14 as my will save, so...
rip us.
That being the case, I guess Kurla will lose the battle with himself and just start, as fast as they were hauling ass away from the panic effect, they're going to haul ass back towards Petravian and Vera, because now they have 2 potential snacks.
So you'd
Who's
just be
a
back at that
snack?
spot again.
So how close can I get?
Okay,
Well,
so
you
that
would be
would
back
put
at that
you-
spot.
It would put you right back where you're at on the map.
Okay, then, yeah.
All right, so that'll take us to Petravian.
Petravian, I am going to. Oh man, they're really not gonna like this, but he is going to call Chisel Divine Bond.
I mean, I'm going to love it, because Chisel probably tastes really good.
Probably.
Yeah, he does. He do.
Soul's
Somewhere.
favorite.
Somewhere far away.
Oh no.
Oh no.
15 minutes.
And a beautiful, wonderful little rise. An area of flowers and bushes and berries on everywhere to look is just delicious food. Chisel is just prancing through the area and just enjoying life, enjoying having it easy for once.
Does he look hungry? Does it look like he'd like to have some of those berries?
Oh, he has had some of those berries.
Wonderful.
He's got some berries smeared around his lips. He's there, and he's not alone either. No.
What?
No. Chisel's there with another elk and a little elk,
Shut the front door.
and the three of them are walking around through this wonderful paradise of berries and flowers and a babbling little brook. And suddenly Chisel stops. He blinks and he kind of looks up, like the wind just changed somehow. He looks around and he thinks that maybe it's in his imagination. Maybe he's just maybe he just imagined it. Maybe he's just had an errant thought, and this is all just kind of a weird passing moment. And then it dawns on him that he's being summoned again. And he knows he doesn't have much time.
I don't want to go, Mr. Stark.
So he turns and he looks at his mate, and he looks at his child. And he tries in that instant to convey an entire lifetime of love and care and everything that he can muster into that expression, because in that moment he is ripped away from it. And Chisel appears next to you.
He do look tasty though.
I could see in that wonderful monologue the moment that Skrewy's soul left his body.
Hi, buddy.
Chisel appears next to you. Chisel snorts.
That was kind of thick. Love it.
My
She's
question
inside.
Hi, buddy.
does Petravian see like the look on Chisel's face and interpret that as Chisel directing that love towards Petravian.
Oh no. No, by the time Chisel gets here, Chisel just snorts.
Gotcha.
Hi, buddy. I'm sorry. And that is a full round action, but I can still do my lay on hands, correct?
Didn't you just do that? Oh no, was that
No,
soon?
I did that for
The previous turn.
the previous turn. So I will do
Swift
another.
on a full round. I guess you can Swift on a full round.
That is
I guess. I don't know. I'll have to
Yeah,
look that one up
okay.
later. Go ahead.
okay. For 27. Boom. And
All right.
Huh.
What?
where's Petravian?
What?
On the map.
Yeah, you can't see. So Chisel can't see you. So
Oh,
if you click on
okay.
Chisel can't see Petravian because Petravian's invisible.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow.
you
that's
inherit-
cool.
Hears his ethereal voice and is just like, God fucking.
Yeah. So Chisel appears there next to a swarm of very angry-looking bees, Vera wearing the scariest mask in the universe, and Kurla, who is salivating black, like, oil-looking stuff out of their mouth and is now a spider monster.
I am a horrible person.
And Chisel's
And,
just
and
like,
10 feet tall.
and 10 feet tall. And Chisel's just like, this is my life now, I guess. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go get the other players, but the elk is good too, sure.
Vera, you have
Your
initiative.
turn.
All right. So, Vera closes her eyes as Hummel starts to coalesce onto Petravian, landing on his armor and skin. And in the darkness of my eyes, I can see a faint form of Petravian. It's still fuzzy due to the invisibility, but I grab it, and all of a sudden you feel this shock. For Skrewy, it's almost like getting hit by a defibrillator.
Oh, goody!
I'm going
Fun.
to use Cure Serious Wounds.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You are healed for 28 points of damage. Which takes
Does
you
it make
back
the
up to
treasure sound?
183 of 189. So you're basically at full health again.
Okay.
And Vera's going to then take out Mellifera's Sting and ready herself for Kurla.
All right. So that will take us to Chisel.
And
What's
Chisel.
Chisel doing?
Chisel snorts. Chisel will. I'm gonna have them stand in front of Petravian and ready to be for Petravian to hop up.
Alrighty. Round 6. Kurla.
Well, Kurla is doing a lot of things at once. Kurla is running towards them, so moving 30 feet to the east towards Chisel and Vera and Petravian, although they don't know that's where Petravian is, obviously. But as they run, they're surrounded by this red and black aura as more magic leaks out of them, as another spell just kind of tumbles out of them. And I hope I can flavor this one a little bit, Beardy, because one of their other new powers, this new blessing, so to speak, kind of kicks in. You ever aimed a camera at someone and it's really, really dark, so you have to really intensify the grain, you have to bump up the ISO until it's just incredibly grainy, and it's just like lots of tiny little particles are making up the image that you see. You can see every last pixel. Y'all
I don't
familiar
like
with
where
that?
This is going. Yeah. I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, as Kurla gets closer to you, they're not looking fully solid. Like, they're still solid. They're not like a swarm. But they stand out from everything around them in that they look kind of pixelated, kind of incredibly grainy. And at a certain point, I think you might realize that each grain is in fact just a tiny little spider. Because they're no longer in a solid form. They're now in a particulate form.
Fuck.
All right.
Yes.
Ew.
Yeah.
You cool with that, Beardy?
We don't like
Yeah,
that.
that is fine. Mechanically speaking, you are now immune to precision damage and have fast healing 3 for the
Nice.
next 17 rounds.
Really? I
Spooters.
was just going for the horror effect.
But,
Oh, you are fine.
Got it.
so you're now a swarm of spiders? Is that what?
Not a swarm, no.
Okay.
Just yeah, it just looks like I'm extremely pixelated, and each pixel is a spider, but they're still all like bound together
Okay.
into one form.
Awful. It's like they
Yeah.
they're all linked hands.
Yeah, exactly. If you got a microscope and looked, they've all got interlinked. I'm so sorry, Kenny.
No, Curly's just fuzzy. They just got a fuzzy face.
Yo,
now.
do y'all know
Yeah.
about spiders, man?
I wanna.
I know. Actually, yes, I do know about spiders, man.
It's wonderful.
But
I don't know. What's a spider? I've never heard of that.
But as this magic is leaking out of them, they are fighting an inner battle because they are once again trying desperately to get control of themselves. So I would like to make another will save, if I may.
Absolutely, go for it.
That is a 22.
No.
No?
No.
God. I don't want to fight Vera. I'm scared of Vera.
You should be.
You should be. Oh,
I
golly.
guess we always knew this was coming from like episode 1.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're fighting Vera here. It's that which Hungers is fighting Melissa. It's
Oh.
just caught in crossfire.
Interesting.
It's a proxy war.
But anyway, done the will save, done the move, done the spell, so that is my turn.
Oh, gravy. So, Petravian will hop up, mount up on Chisel, and cast Ironbeard on myself. Just because, don't feel like getting hit too hard. A little bit fucky at the moment.
It's-
Trying to cast it.
It's a shame because, I mean, it makes you look so good, that Iron Beard, but you're invisible right now, so no one can see how good you look with the
It's
Iron
true.
Beard.
So really, what was the point if no one can see the beard?
I mean, it's that +1 armor bonus. It's real nice.
That's only because people don't want to hit the beard. So since no one
I
can see it,
mean,
you don't even get the
yeah.
bonus.
Somewhere Cassius is smiling. Just this sudden noise.
Mm.
Yeah,
Alright.
Beard.
Tried to Beardy. It's not. For some reason, it keeps telling me not enough charges left on that. So,
On what?
Ironbeard.
Can you
I
just
get,
hit an X
there.
on the buff and keep going?
Okay, 1 second.
I got it. And Yep, got it. We're good. Go easy on them, Vera.
We'll see what we have to do.
I called it correctly about the taking them down versus taking them out there, didn't I?
I mean, I haven't flame striked you yet.
True.
Yeah, I can tell you that it doesn't always take her that long to get to that one.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're at the perfect distance for it too.
I mean,
To be fair, I don't think it was the instance I'm talking about. You didn't use Flame Strike; you used Meteor Swarm. But
No, I used
Whatever.
Firestorm
Firestorm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
just out the gate.
I think Meteor Storm's 9th level.
yeah, you're right.
Cool spell, though.
All right. So, is Petravian doing anything else?
No, I used my move to hop up and then cast Ironbeard on myself, and that's what I can do.
All right. Vera.
Hummel. Bring them down. And
What?
To their knees, not kill them.
Oh, okay.
It's time to pray.
And
All right, so,
so
you're sending Hummel out.
Yep.
Bitch.
and Vera's going to approach. So I'm going to.
Get closer.
Actually, can Hummel make it over there?
Oh.
I don't. I
No.
think probably not quite.
Just
no.
about. So Vera's going to pace up 30 feet. And is going
Alright.
to initiate more chat with Kurla.
You got it.
Kurla, don't make us do this. You have to fight this.
All right. This strange-looking hybrid arachnid half-orc thing in front of you hears your words, but I don't know if they make an impact. Do you want to make a diplomacy check, please?
Okay. Hope it's not
Right
gonna
now,
be
Kurla is half
great,
orc,
but-
half spider.
Yep. 1/4 orc, 1/4 human,
All right.
half spider.
That is going to be a 29.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll let Kurla be the judge of that. It's an interpersonal check.
I think it gets through a little bit. I think for another brief moment there might be a flash of something not human but half orc in Kurla's eyes. They're kind of rearing back for the attack, but they might pause in that briefly, limbs kind of shuddering as they fight for control of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they're just getting ready to attack again.
Well, if that got through to you, give me another will save.
Alright. Yeah, it got through. They're just hard to read when they're a massive fucking spider. That is a 26.
I'll take it. Success. You feel that you have a bit more control of your actions.
Alright. In that case, Kurla is gonna just reach deep inside. They're gonna revisit their worst memory, the memory of that day.
Mm-hmm.
The last time they gave in to this kind of sudden hunger.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna force themselves to remember that look of just utter shock and betrayal on their sister's face, and the looks of hatred on the faces of their parents. And they're just going to force themselves to remember that, and remember the days and weeks that followed, and the control that they very slowly over time built.
Mm-hmm.
And as they recall the hardships they went through to fight for that kind of self-control and self-discipline, it's slowly going to build back up inside them. And as it does, as they regain more and more control over themselves, I think the effects of that spell will fade.
Okay. You would like to end the buff?
Yes.
You got it. All right. In that case, the fiendish aspect is going to fall away from Kurla. Moment as I correct the token size. And Kurla, you suddenly feel that power, all that energy just seeps from you. It just flows from your body, leaving you empty almost. You're not quite sure. You weren't prepared for just how frail you would feel when that left you.
Yeah, they're gonna just collapse to the ground.
Petravian will have Chisel, will gallop over there, and Petravian will leap off, ending his invisibility. Kurla!
Kurla will look up at Petravian and just
I am so
utterly
sorry.
devastated look on their face as they just shake their head. What did I do? What did
Bring
I
you
do?
in. He's just gonna grab you and bring you in for a hug. I am so
What
sorry.
did I do? What did I do?
You listened to me, is what you did.
What did I do? I couldn't stop myself. I'm so sorry.
No.
I
Stop.
I nearly killed you. Oh God. What did I do? And Kurla's just gonna sob into your shoulder, just huge racking sobs.
Just sit there and hug. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's okay.
Vera's going to circle around with Scythe in tow.
If I notice it, Petravian is going to give you a hard stare.
Is that the end of it?
Who are you directing that question to?
Both.
Yes.
Yeah, Kurla's still sobbing. Kurla doesn't have an answer for you.
How dense could both of you be? How could you not tell us that you're planning this?
It wasn't planned. It was an experiment, and give us a few minutes, okay? Please.
An experiment with some demon's powers.
I fucked up. Give us a few minutes to gather,
I look at
and
Hummel.
then we'll talk.
I look at Hummel, and Hummel will swirl around Vera's arms as he decoalesces into his singular form.
Alrighty.
Vera's going to back off a few feet, but is going to be pacing around anxiously.
Kurla
Chisel
will.
Chisel
No,
will
go for
come around and kind of give the nuzzle of a nibble at the at your cloak.
Kurla will eventually just sort of break the embrace and sort of just back away slightly and kind of be looking over you critically, just like staring at all of the blood that I imagine would have still be, seeping in your clothes and dripping out of the armor and such, and the scratches on the armor if any got left. And
Yeah, it's only been about 30-40 seconds, so yeah, it's probably still all liquidy.
can I do anything? Do you need healing?
Oh,
Can I?
Nope. I got myself. And Vera, thank you, Vera.
Just no response. Just eyes like a hawk. Not that you
Well.
can really see the eyes, other
Oh,
than
yeah,
her
yeah.
kind of shiny eye.
Past the
You-
mask.
Yeah.
I knew it might be bad.
Positives.
I couldn't have imagined it would. I could see everything, but I just.
I know.
I couldn't stop myself.
Yeah, look at the positives. Like, Petravian almost died.
Let's positives. Hold on. I know there's plenty of things that we can think of the negatives, but the positives. You know what that is. You know what happens.
It thought it was doing me a favor. It thought it was giving me a gift. It thought that it thought that I would want. It thought that I would want. And Kurla will just start absolutely laughing their ass off, until their laughter subsides back into tears.
It's concerning.
Just hysterical laughter into hysterical sobbing.
Come on. Let's head back to the Bardo.
You
Do
don't
you want to ride
them.
Chisel?
I don't want them to see me like this. They've got enough on their plates right now.
Do you want to set up camp over here?
No, just.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here with you.
If I were you, I'd be fucking running for the hills right now.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not.
Kurla will just sort of wipe their eyes and pull their cloak a little bit tighter around themselves and slowly stagger to their feet.
There we go. And starts just kind of brushing, getting all the grass. There we go.
Petravian's too good for this world.
Seriously.
I love this boy.
Bless. No, Kurla will turn to Vera.
Vera staring back. It's watching.
I think Kurla's eyes will slide from Vera to the scythe, and their eyes will open a little bit wider, and I think there's a question in that look.
I'd like to sense motive if I can potentially
Sure.
draw anything from that.
It's interpersonal, so the DC is set by Kurla.
Hell yeah. It's alright, my sense motive is quite trash. 31!
Wow.
How about that?
Woo!
You get a sense that Kurla is asking, without asking, if you're going to use that. And I think you also get a sense that beneath that question, there is a pretty strong hope that you are.
Vera, after a few moments, will set the scythe down head first onto the ground and retract the scythe blade. And Vera's going to slowly approach.
Kurla will not look away. They will maintain eye contact.
What are we going to do about this?
I don't know what there is that we can do.
Can you hold it back?
I think so.
look to both of them.
All I can do is try.
And I will be there to help.
I didn't want this.
Well, now you know what will happen if you let your guard down. That's the best we can gather from this situation.
Oh, and that whoever made those manacles, do not recommend them. They didn't do shit.
If you can keep this inside, we can figure something out, I'm sure.
There is a part of me even now that doesn't want to. That just wants to let it out. And you need to know that. And that's the part of me that I'm going to be fighting. It's the part of me that I have always fought since the first time that fucking spider forced things on me that I didn't want, but it's so much more difficult now. But I'll try. We've got a job to do. I can focus on that.
If worse comes to worse, I can deal with it. I'm not concerned about myself. But eventually you might hurt someone else who can't. But I'll be fine and I'll be there to make sure that everyone else is safe. But I can't promise that you will be.
There's going to be a flash of something behind Kurla's eyes. And they're going to reply in a voice that doesn't sound quite like them. Yeah, and I can't guarantee you'll be safe either. And then their face will drop as they realize what they just said.
Oh.
So
Forgive
is
me,
that, is that you, or is that what's inside you?
I don't know. I don't know where I and it begins in terms of what it wants and what a part of me wants. I don't know, Vera.
We have to tell everyone what happened.
Yes.
Everyone needs
This
to be
is
ready
not
for
a
this.
judgment, though. This is not judgment.
No, it's fine. I'll be judging myself enough for all of you. Weak smile.
If anybody here is to blame, it is me.
Yes, it was a stupid idea. But what we have to worry about is this curse that's on Kurla.
But now that we have this knowledge, we can handle it. We can work... No, we can't work with it. We need to work around it. Because forbid this accidentally comes out if we're inside Kintao. I'm glad this happened out here. I'm glad. Ooh, and he's just like thinking of, well, shit, that could have gone way worse if it was elsewhere. At least we're out here in the middle of nowhere. But now that we know what happens, we know what's at stake. And this won't happen again.
What I was gonna...
Oh, you go.
What I was gonna say before, Petravian, before you suggested the idea. The whole reason that we did this is because I had realized that I kind of liked living, you know? Didn't think that I did. Till I nearly died in that tomb. And hey, suddenly I actually wanted to be around. So I thought, right, give you the manacles and make sure that no one kills me off if I lose control, and we're chucking that idea, all right? We're just, if that happens again and I hurt someone, then you do what you need to do to stop me. My life isn't worth.
You stop that statement right now. Your life is worth as much as anybody else's. To me, to Vera, to Riz, to Lovette.
I am asking you both. No, you know what? I'm telling you both. That happens again and I get in a position where I'm gonna hurt someone. You do what you need to do. Alright?
I will do what I need to do. But I will not put you in the ground.
You can't do that anymore.
He doesn't have the ability anymore. It's out of his skill range.
I promised that I wouldn't judge you for your curse, but I will deal with it with the means necessary. So you have my word on that.
We will figure out a way to sever that from you.
Whatever Rez did earlier to convince Lee, it took something out of them, and the kind of power that they're gonna need to draw to even attempt to sever anything, I don't know what that'll do to them. I don't know if I can even ask them to make the attempt. Well, that's for another day.
Well,
That's future us's problem.
there might be a few options, but we can discuss that later.
Yeah.
Although with this in mind, in case you had to be,
And Vera slides the mask so that it's only her face. Both the masks are on opposite sides of her head.
if you have to be taken down, with that knowledge, you might want to think about whether or not what you need to do for Kurla.
Yeah.
Petravian, can you put Kurla on Chisel? We're going back.
Yes. Ready? Yep.
All right. Petravian loads Kurla onto the elk, and the four of you make your way back to the Vardo and the wagon.
Don't forget the manacles, Petra.
Oh, yes. May need those later.
Hummel nods.
You want those back for the record.
You can't use them. They're mine.
Those were expensive. Get leather ones, they're cheaper.
Or get vinyl tape. It doesn't harm you and it sticks to itself.
Mm.
jute robe is where it's at. But anyway, what's going on in the Vardo?
Yeah. How much time has elapsed? Actually, that wouldn't have been that long. Like
Well,
20, 30 minutes.
The conversation was in real time, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
conversation.
It's
There
been
was
a hot
walk-in.
minute.
it's been a hot minute. So while y'all were out doing that, what was Lovette doing?
Not terribly interesting thing. Probably with Riz asleep, she would have, like, talked to Jiro for a bit, but given that's kind of a one-sided conversation, she would eventually just go to her cube and cast Great Demi-Plane so that it stays for another 17 days.
Mm.
Because it's overdue a little bit.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, once Lovette is done talking to Jiro, Jiro is going to walk over and sort of sit next to Riz's bed and reminisce. Think about the past. Riz?
Yeah.
Would you set the scene?
So, a couple days ago, on our way to Kintao, after we discussed the purple worm and all its awful atrocities to this world, Riz had made a statement that they wanted to talk to Jiro later, and they seemed upset for some reason, but we go back in time for a moment, as is a thing for Riz.
Diddly-doo, 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 diddly-doo.
To a couple days ago, everyone's asleep in the Vardo, and Riz and Jiro are about to talk to each other.
And for simplicity's sake, Jiro is signing everything, not speaking, obviously.
Our sign master, but I can understand him, so it's okay. All right. I want to start this conversation by saying I'm not actually mad at you. I feel like it probably sounded like that, but I'm not. Well, I feel a lot of things right now, and I just want to understand some stuff because I'm afraid if I don't bring it up, I'm going to regret this.
All right. I'm listening.
When I was talking to Voluna, grasping what energy I could to have Voluna speak to Kurla, while I was still reeling, you held my hand.
Seemed like the right thing to do.
And then when we were feeding my horse just a bit ago, I mean, partially I instigated that, but you... I don't know if you will live.
If it helps, I feel that I'm giving my life for something bigger than myself.
It does not help.
Sorry.
I'm a bit stubborn, so... Because there is a possibility of you dying. I want you to know, one, I'm going to try within all of my power to make sure to make sure that that may not come to pass. Again, I'm stubborn. But if you do take your own life, I will regret not saying this. I think I have feelings for you. And I don't exactly know how to feel about love because I've been burned once already and it is entirely terrifying to me. And if you reject me right now, I am fine. I will just deal with that and I will be like, cold turkey, not a thing for reason.
At that point, Jiro will probably step forward and just gently take your hand and just kind of hold hands there.
I don't want you to die.
He'll sign with one hand. Some things are worth dying for.
Doesn't mean I have to like it.
True. Some things are bigger than you and I.
And Riz kind of bows their head, but in a sense, when they do that, their forehead touches Jiro's. I will do everything in my power, but even if I fail, I want you to understand. As quickly as a wind blowing through in my life you may end up being, I believe you will change my life. I'm scared.
I think at that point, Jiro will probably move an arm up and bring Riz into a hug.
And they'll just kind of stiffen up for a second and then, after a couple of seconds of hesitation, wrap their arms around him. That'll be the scene. Unless you want to add more, Beardy.
No, that is fine with me.
No.
So that will wind
That's
us
adorable.
back to the 25th of October. So Riz is now asleep in bed. Jiro sits there next to it as Petravian, Vera, and Kurla walk into the Vardo. It is probably at this point about, we'll say, 2:30 in the afternoon.
I'm gonna go start some tea. Go sit down, Vera.
No, we should talk
Kurla.
about this now. With everybody.
Right. Riz is out cold right now. They need rest. Lovette? I'm guessing they're in their cube.
Kurla is gonna see Riz still out cold, and a thought is gonna occur to them. And they'll start sort of stepping towards Riz as they pull their sister's blanket from out behind them. And then they'll look down at it, and they'll see that staining a couple of the patches are drops of that black ichor. And they will pause and just stare at this horrible stain. And very slowly just return the blanket to back under their cloak. Turn to Petravian and Vera. Tell them whatever you want. I honestly don't care at this point. And Kurla will go into their room and close the door.
Oh. Yeah, I stepped in it this time, didn't I?
Vera's going to swipe the manacles from Petravian. And it's going to...
I mean...
Yes.
I... Yes, Vera? Would you plan to do those?
Talk to Lovette and see what she can do to make these actually fucking work.
Ah, yes, that's what I was thinking too.
So Vera's
Thank
doing...
you. Great minds think alike.
I like imagine Petra's thought process. Talk to Lovette, and it's like, whoa, oh.
No, not that way. Fuck.
So glad I bought those.
Oh, yes.
So Vera's going to approach Lovette's room and is going to knock on the door twice exactly.
Okay. Knock, knock. There is maybe a response. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think I would know that.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Riz would
hear
know.
anything.
I would know.
Yeah, Riz is out cold though. So.
And if you're in your cube, you'd have to have them knock on the cube, right?
I'd like to think that once I got the cube, I have a sign that I put up when it tells people that it's like, please come in. I'm in the cube.
It's Cuban time.
Wait.
See, no, I don't
Let's
think
get
that
you-
worked.
Does that mean it's a different time
Yeah.
zone? I don't understand. So Vera opens the door.
Are you squared up?
Damage.
Oh, look at that.
Damage for that one.
Haven't you taken
Fuck.
enough
Hey,
damage
Hey,
today?
look,
My God.
Petravian died. Oh no.
So Vera's going to open the door.
All right. You open the door and you see Lovette's room. It is empty. On the little workstation there is the cube.
I fucking slap it. Pow, pow.
Oh, shit!
I've come out immediately. I'm like,
Oh, so, what is it?
Lovette.
Fair.
And Vera has these like manacles.
Oh, what's up? What's going on?
There's
It's not what you think.
What? Yeah?
Kurla
What's going on?
Kurla transformed into a.
It's called a Drider in here, correct?
Yeah, that's
we
fine.
know that.
into
I
a
mean, it's,
Drider.
a spider monster, whatever you want to call it.
Like my muzzle?
Exactly like that.
Well, is it okay? Is it stuck that way?
We were able to get them to stop. I think
To stop.
they
Is it back to normal?
Like Vera kind of gestures, yes, no.
they're in their normal form, but
Okay. Oh. No spider, but whatever.
Petra
We have
almost
not.
died.
Oh.
Almost.
Apparently, they were trying some experiment with these,
And Vera tosses them.
and it didn't work.
The most concerned look over Lovette's face.
Apparently,
Bites her lip and just is like, like trying to understand and failing.
Petra's in the doorway.
The look on her face is just like,
I love it.
I wanna believe that I'm understanding this wrong, but I can't interpret it. What does it possibly mean then?
Apparently, they broke out as soon as they transformed. Is there anything you can do to reinforce this? I don't know, magically or anything.
What kind of experiment?
I don't know. By the time I got there, everything
Around
already
with
hit the...
Petro, with eyebrow
Yeah,
raised.
Petra's in the doorway.
Look around with an eyebrow raised.
Has this
So,
been a thing for long?
we...
Does Hammer know about this?
Wait, what?
I mean, they do now.
What? Why? No one's explaining what kind of experiments, and that tells me exactly what kind of.
Well, there was some... Well, the way Kurla described it, they have this... They were having this
I don't know if I
feeling
want
deep
to
inside
sit
of them, and they gave
I
me
don't know
the
if I-
manacles to make sure that they had me. We go out. We shackled them, and
We?
one thing led to another, and they turned into a friggin' drider.
Well, I have those feelings too.
And I plan to explore that with you, but that's not what's important right now.
What?
Is there
Her
anything we
face
can...
is just like her whole world has been shattered. She has no idea.
By
It's
the way,
gone from like confusion and maybe a slight disgust to like genuine terror and concern and just like
Goodness.
she's like I'm in a Twilight Zone episode.
so,
What's going on? This isn't real.
No.
What?
So, what we need, if you can
I don't know
fabricate
if I can
something with
make
these.
those things do what you want them to do. Whatever it is. What is it?
To
What is
contain
it?
a drider.
So you can do what?
I want to kill myself.
I mean, look, I just said I don't. I don't
Help
need
get
to-
it's so that they can help get control of themselves.
Listen, wait. Has Kurla lost control? Or is they like
No,
having us?
no. Like Melissa.
Not for
they
No, we were able to
almost
we were
killed you.
we were.
What do you mean
Yeah,
they didn't
I
lose
know.
control?
Okay,
Okay, so like, how hard is it to just explain the sequence of events?
okay.
Just one thing
Here,
happened, and
here's
then
how
one
it.
thing
Nope,
happened.
nope. I'm going to lay it all out for you. You know how Kurla had the gift from that which hungers, right? So they've been having a gnawing sensation in their mind, and they asked me to help them with it, and we went out into the middle of nowhere so that to see what it is that this gift was. You know how Vera does the whole boom?
It's not the
it's
same.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it though?
Isn't it a little bit? I mean, it's a completely different situations, but a little bit the same.
I mean, this seems different to me.
You're channeling Mellifera.
Yeah, the other
They
is a
would be
curse.
channeling. They are channeling that which hungers.
Yeah, as a
right?
curse.
Right, but they are channeling it. It is divine energy that
It's
is
a turn on,
reshaping
turn off
the
thing.
body.
Yeah, as a curse.
Just keep saying. Fine, as a curse.
Thank you.
Does this
So-
seem can tell not enough?
This Vera can turn that on and off.
Right, and can Kurla?
Kurla, no. That
Was there still a try there?
unfortunately, this was. It just consumed them for a little bit.
Yeah, it turned me on.
No! Bad! detention, grounded.
Horny jail.
Wait, so they are still they are still Sweden.
No, we were
So they can.
able to take. They can change back, but it's a
So
lot.
these like bells.
They have no control while in this form. None.
Okay, great.
They're a ravenous beast.
Cool. I'm really getting mixed signals here. On this
My scalp feels so tingly right now.
I love it so much.
I'm really just.
They wanted to eat me.
Right. Okay. So you want these shackles so that Kurla can climb this power safely.
No, this is not a power that they can potentially. There's no controlling this. This is.
Why? What if they were in a place where no one else to hurt? Because I've got one.
Pick up box, shake it around.
Oh, okay. When you do that, you hear a voice.
Oh shoot!
Ow!
I'm sorry. I'm.
Is everything all right, Master?
Poor Archie. Oh, is he still in?
NPCs.
Okay, so.
Okay, I'm not gonna shake it again. You get the point. Look, it's normally unoccupied. I can make it unoccupied easily. Completely.
This is a decision for them.
I could make I could make like an obstacle course so they can really like train this power to be the best. Like whatever it is that you can make like a tower or something. I don't know.
So
I'm
you want them
kidding.
to keep on using the power?
Well, I mean, if they can, I don't know. It sounds like the how do you say it? The cat is out of box or something. Like it's
What?
too late.
What roll do I need to make to see if we can do like an 80s training montage to you're the best around or
I mean,
holding out for a hero?
there is
Next time we're in travel.
there's no check required. There is a limit though. We get one 80s training montage per season.
Gotcha,
So
okay.
make sure we use it at the right time.
Understood.
Oh, we're gonna need to save that for when we build the Necrosucky.
Device.
Yes, fair enough.
That's true.
Fair enough. Oh dear.
That is a discussion we will have to have with them. That is for their decision. This is their bag.
But we need
It's
a
our job.
contingency.
Exactly.
Sure, I'm fine. I mean, what's the shackles for?
Well,
Then-
what can we do to stop them if they've transformed? Obviously, this isn't going to work like on a Drider. How can we use something like this? Maybe stopping its legs or something?
Well,
Just to be clear, it is shackles and manacles. It is. They were wrist and ankle.
Now you need like
Yeah, it was.
8 on like one manacle thing.
Yeah. So we just need to go
Yeah.
back to Sejun and buy some more
So
because they have to match. I mean,
do we need
But
to
that
like
wouldn't work since
put 4 on each leg, and then hopefully when they separate, they continue to.
given how long the legs are, you probably need some extra ones like thigh cuffs as well. Do spiders have thighs on their legs?
Yeah.
No.
I think the entire thing is called pedipalps. It's just one thing.
But we understand what you mean. The top part of the leg.
we need something to trip them up, slow them down, give them the ability to
I have something.
regain
I mean,
control.
I've got these dolls that should make something like any creature really get drained out of energy pretty quickly, so they can't move. In theory, I mean, putting it to well gear, but it should. I mean, if we built the siphon, that would work on something.
Just to put the bug in your ear.
I don't like that phrasing.
Ew.
I mean, if it comes to it, I think it's on. I didn't see what happened out there. I don't know what Kurla is capable of, but I mean, I've got ulti,
They still
but
had access to their magics.
I just I mean you'll still heal, so
You do notice that he's covered in blood, right? Like, covered.
Hemorrhages are crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice how to build people now.
Yeah.
How?
You really are built different, huh?
You're like, they should call you Bloodstone now.
I mean, I got better, but yeah, it was one hit and damn near killed me, so... yeah, backup contingency plans.
Wrecked
I mean,
him. Damn near destroyed him.
if I can paralyze someone, I could drop them in the cube until, they hopefully calm down.
Like a Pokeball.
Oh my god.
I
I'm
like
about to
that.
make a Pokeball.
The Pokken cube.
I'm just not going to mention what particular status effect I'm immune to.
Great.
I
That's
remember, but
Like some kind of pocket monster.
Is bees listed on that?
Yeah,
Immunity
condition immunity
list.
bees. Yeah. Condition immunity bees.
Either way, I
Well,
need to let you know about this, Lovette, because this affects all of us. Obviously.
Yes, I'll work on it. I'll try and figure out something.
Right.
And Vera's going to exit the room.
Petravian's gonna go flump on the couch.
And who has the manacles now?
I think it's either Vera or Lovette.
They're in Lovette's room.
Lovette has them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take them into the cube and look like, what?
Why do I have these? What am I gonna do with these?
Brother,
Yeah.
I point at Kurla's door.
you watch that. You watch that door. Make sure everyone here is safe. All right?
By your directive.
And Vera's going to leave and continue preparing outside.
All right. Vera steps outside. Petravian, what are you doing?
Petravian. Well, he sits down for a bit. Starts to think to himself. Oh, almost died again. Really
Must
gotta
be a
stop
day
making
that ends
habit
in
of
Y.
this. Yeah.
Oof.
Sorry.
Gotta stop making a habit of this. As I'm just watching the door, and I look over to Jiro.
I'm sorry. What?
My brain almost wanted to say Euro.
Bless this mess. That's a nat 1 in real life.
You did it. I'm so happy.
Are you like wanting some Greek food or something? Because that's
Are you
the
hungry, baby?
pronunciation mistake there.
Are you hungry?
Damn it! Now I want one.
Petravian is looking around the room. He's like,
Jiro will wave,
Oh.
by the way.
"What's that?"
I said if you look over at him, he'll wave.
No, he'll wave back. Petravian is, as he's sitting around, he's thinking, "Huh? What if that's still around?" He's gonna look for Plume.
Your timing is impeccable.
He's going to look for Plume.
All right, you know what? Give me a perception check to search for Plu.
I mean, who do you think Jiro is?
Don't you fucking start.
Wow. That,
I just
I-
imagine this
I mean, that's a
tender scene with-
13, so
I
that's not
love
good
this
enough.
theory. I love it.
Yeah, the super tender scene, like
with Riz holding hands with
Jiro like takes the
Riz.
hand and Jiro just looks right at Riz and utters the first word that he's said since they've met.
Why do I think he talks?
Yeah.
It cuts to Riz with tears in their eyes, and it cuts back to Jiro with like a ditto face.
Please do
Blue.
it. Please, Beardy, please make it canon.
And for people
Look,
who
The
are
problem is I was gonna make that canon and I can't now because you all caught it, so I can't do it.
and for
Alas.
everyone who is just joining us today, Plu is a little slime pet that was a evil wizard's companion.
First
a
of
morally
all,
compromised wizard.
First of all,
I'd say morally compromised.
I don't know if I'd
we
say
shouted him to
evil.
death, so
I
I think
had
we
air
have to
quotes
consider
in
him
there.
evil.
You gotta look for the visuals. Sorry, podcast. There were air quotes
There was
for
air
evil
quotes.
wizard.
Concrete air quotes. Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
what
and then
Petravian's looking
he found that slime and then lost it about 2 days
Mm.
afterwards.
for. Mhm.
Yeah,
He lost it in Proto. Let's be honest.
Petravian, seriously, a slime is not just for Christmas, it's for life. You have to feed it and walk it and take care of it.
And I'll love
Yeah.
it forever.
Blue.
This is
Riz
You're just here
kind
at a
of
distance.
moves in their bed a little from the yelling.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Sorry. Blue.
Jiro shoots you a look.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's a look of such harsh, like pure, just like what the fuck
The
are you
bro.
doing?
The fuck, bro.
Like a what
Yeah.
bro that it just kind of like it's as if someone slapped you beside the head with a look.
Sorry.
The body of Riz slowly settles down in their bed again.
Can I
So
just say...
as- okay.
Sorry. No, I was just going to say that I think we have succeeded in that we said episode 50 was the Skrewy doesn't get shat on from a great height by every one episode, but that we'd make up for it in episode 51, and I
That's
think
true.
that we've accomplished
I
that.
think
So well
you
done,
did
everyone.
that. I think you mostly did that.
You carried the brunt of that.
I'm so
well
sorry,
done.
Skrewy.
So,
wait,
as
you
Petravian
quiet for the-
searches the Vardo for Plu, that is where we are going to zoom out and fade to black.
See you tomorrow for checkpoint, kids.
See y'all. Thank you.
Good night,
Have
y'all.
a good night.
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to William Succi and Andreas Pichler for the intro and outro themes, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Follow us on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND. Or want to support the podcast and be part of the Czech Republic? Go to our Patreon under the Czech Republic. Until next time.